Feeling that punch, he realizes this guy is strong and incredibly fast, way more dangerous than Truong Hong Kai. He sees an opening and lands a palm strike right on the guy's chest. Every move this guy makes feels like he is trying to kill. You do not get this kind of power from just practicing in a gym. This guy has definitely seen some real combat. He is a killer. DM swings again, and Vuong blocks it. He is wondering why a high-level foreigner like this is even in China. He starts his counterattack, raining down strikes until the guy is forced to just cover up. I can count on one hand the number of people who can actually keep up with me. To think I would run into someone this good here. China really is the home of martial arts, hidden talents everywhere. He locks in, focusing all his energy, and lands a perfect kick. DM goes flying backward. He's clutching his stomach, face twisted in pain. With that kind of speed and skill, are you from the Dark Knight Military Academy? Cold footsteps echo on the floor as Wang Tran walks up. He is staring him down with a gaze as sharp as a knife. Did not the Dark Knight Military Academy make things clear? You promised not to set foot in the East, right? Are you people seriously breaking the treaty with the Western underworld? There are 3 major dark organizations out there, and the Academy is one of them. None of them could take the East alone. That is why there is an unwritten law. Stay out of the East. DM's face turns white as a sheet. His head is spinning, with a question he cannot answer. Who exactly is this guy? Normal people never even see this side of the world, let alone recognize my moves. How could he possibly know I am from the Academy just by watching me fight for a few seconds? He does not hesitate. He turns tail and runs. This guy is dangerous, and bailing is the only move. Vuong immediately throws a hidden blade. Where do you think you are going? DM crashes straight through the glass window, shards flying everywhere. Vuong leans out the window, scanning the street below to find him. Min Kai runs up right then, stopping next to him. She looks completely shocked and out of it. This is the 7th floor. He jumped and just vanished? Did he grow wings or something? Vuong Tran shakes his head. He's got a better theory. No, he hit my poison needle. In 30 seconds, he will be completely paralyzed. Since he is gone, someone must have been waiting to pick him up. She looks at him, and you can see the worry in her eyes. Hearing that makes me a little nervous. So what now? Do we chase him? Vuong acts like it is no big deal and even jokes around. No point. He is long gone by now. Besides, I have to make sure this beautiful lady gets home safe. Min Kai gives him a playful look. Stop talking so much. Meanwhile, a white car is tearing down the road. Inside the car, Dong Tung gives DM a dirty look. I told you not to be reckless. China is full of hidden masters. If you keep acting up, you are going to ruin the principal's entire plan. DM is still breathing hard from the escape, looking totally rattled. I think we are in deep trouble. That guy's martial arts were insane, and his hidden weapons were even better. But the scariest part? He knew exactly who I was. He recognized me as part of the military academy instantly. Dong Tung keeps his eyes on the road, but his brow furrows. How is that possible? Is it someone from one of the other 2 organizations here in China? DM is dripping with sweat, totally humbled. I do not know. I was just being stupid today. Dong Tung frowns, looking annoyed. The principal sent you to help me, so stop going solo. The East is not like the West. If you cause more trouble, you are on your own. Under the burning hot sun, DM just mumbles. Yeah, I get it. Back with the other 2, they are just taking a casual stroll. Min Kai looks at Vuong Tran and asks, I thought you were taking me home? He stretches and gives her some fake wisdom. I am. We are walking. You know what they say. Walk 100 steps after a meal and you will live to 99. Suddenly, one of Kim Fan's goons starts laughing. You really think you are going to live to 99? Vuong stops and just glares at him. Vuong Tran looks at the group blocking the path, his voice cold. Who are you guys? And what is your problem? Kim Fan gives him a smug grin. You do not need to know much. Just know that someone paid us to take care of you. One of his thugs leans in and whispers. Hey boss, we were told to handle the guy. But what about the girl? He raises his club and yells out the order. Get the guy. We will save the girl for ourselves later. Min Ki immediately panics and grabs Wang's sleeve. Vuong Tran, help. Vuong Tran takes the chance to mess with her, grabbing her hand with a mischievous look. Do not worry, you are my woman. I got this. She turns bright red and snaps back. Who are you calling your woman? Right then, the thugs charge at them like a pack of hungry wolves. She is totally freaked out. What do we do? They are coming. But Vuong Tran does not even flinch. He just smirks. If you want to stop the pack, you have to take down the leader. In a flash, his hand is clamped tight around Kim Fan's collar. With one move, he lifts the guy right off the ground. Kim Fan starts screaming, not even realizing his buddies are already knocked out on the floor. Let me go. Somebody, help me. Vuong Tran's got him dangling like a cheap laundry bag, smirking like a total villain. Go ahead, look around. Who's actually going to save your sorry hide? Kim Than's eyes go wide as he tries to break free. Wait, what happened to my boys? What did you do to them? He looks up with eyes like cold steel, his voice sharp as a blade. Don't worry about the details, just talk. Kim Than feels the Reaper breathing down his neck and throws his hands up. Okay, I will talk. Just don't kill me, please. Min Kai's jaw hits the floor watching this guy flip like a pancake. Wang Tran thinks for a second, then leans in with a warning. Listen close, kid. Don't go making waves or stirring up any more trouble than you already have. This KTV spot is glowing like a neon beacon in the dark. Between the blinding lights and the heavy bass, the whole place feels like the beating heart of the city. Human plays it cool and respectful. Uncle Hai, honestly, Truong Min cuts him off, squeezing the girl on his arm with a cocky grin. Drop the formalities, kid. If anyone messes with you, you come straight to your uncle. Got it? I will handle everything for you. In this part of the city, who's gonna mess with me? He looks over at Hua Han. I have been slammed lately, so sorry you had to deal with that train mess. Give me a few months. Here. A toast to myself. He quickly waves it off with a humble look. Uncle, you have got a million things on your plate. Just helping me track down that guy's location was already a massive favor. The old man lets out a satisfied laugh and pats his shoulder. Haha, you are a smart kid. Based on the clock, that Vuong Tran guy is probably pushing up daisies by now. Keep talking. Whatever you need, your uncle's got you. He finally spills his guts about his girl problems. The truth is, uncle, there is this girl I really like. Her name is Vian Vian, a sophomore at the medical university, but she treats me like dirt. Without missing a beat, Truong Min snaps. She looks down on you? That girl clearly has no idea who she is messing with. All right, I got it. I will send my guys now. Human smirks, showing his true colors. Uncle, you treat me better than my own dad. I will just sit tight and wait for the good news. Outside, the sky is turning pitch black. The weak moonlight is getting swallowed whole by the massive skyscrapers. Vin Quang starts playing the salesman. Hey, big spender, he says with a greasy grin. We have got some top-shelf stuff. You want a taste? Wang Tran spots what the guy is holding and does a double take. He snatches the stash and gets right in his face. Selling this junk? Huh. Before the guy can react, Vuong Tran pins his arm with a smirk. Want it back? Fine. Just tell me where to find Truong Min. Vin Quang blows a fuse and tries to act tough. You asking for a beatdown? Give it back right now. Ignoring the threats, he effortlessly dodges every swing. He grills the staff, but nobody's talking about where Truong Min is hiding. Guess if he doesn't start a real riot, the big boss isn't going to show his face. He finally ends it with a brutal kick to the gut. Now get lost. The guy flies back a good 10 feet, definitely grabbing everyone's attention. Wang Tran just stands there acting like nothing ever happened, like he is just taking out the trash. Some security goons notice the ruckus and charge in. Out of the way. Who thinks they can start a riot in our house? You got a death wish? Wang Tran cracks his knuckles with a grin. Looks like it's round 2. Without wasting a single breath, he lunges forward and starts mopping the floor with the whole squad. A waiter scrambles to the back to report the news. Mr. Fong, it's bad. Someone is trashing the place. Truong Min scowls, annoyed that his vibe is ruined. What's the panic for? How many of them are there? The guy stammers, clutching his spinning head. It is just one guy, but he is a total beast. He took out dozens of our guards like they were nothing. He explodes, jumping out of his seat. One guy beat dozens of you? What am I even paying you for, useless trash? Do you even know why he is here? Suddenly, a deep, calm voice cuts through the tension. Is there really any other reason? Vuong Tran steps in, looking cold as ice, and gets straight to the point. You're the one, aren't you? Truong Min flinches and stumbles back a few steps, terrified. Look, I don't even know who you are, kid. Without a second thought, Wang Tran hammers a fist right into the guy's face. Finally found you. You're the one who put a hit out on me, right? He groans, clutching his face in total shock. Put a hit on you? Wait, you are really Vuong Tran? You little punk. You are dead meat now. My buddies from the police station are already on their way. You are finished. He laughs and steps closer. Think you will last that long? Talk. Why are you coming for me? Suddenly, Human rushes out to block him. Vuong Tran, stop. Don't touch my uncle. Truong Min looks up, stunned. Human. He comes clean immediately. You messed with me on the train, so I asked my uncle for a little backup. This is all on me. Leave him out of it. If you want to swing, swing at me. But inside, he's sweating. Where are the cops? I can't keep this act up forever. Vuong Tran snaps and delivers a heavy kick. Save the explanation. Seeing your face tells me everything I need to know. Seeing his nephew hit the floor, Truong Min panics. Human. Vuong Tran sits down with a heavy sigh. I really don't like your family's vibe. How should I settle this? Tell you what. I will give you a choice. Just pick one of these two options. His face turns pale white. The police are supposed to be here any minute, yet this kid doesn't seem scared at all. He cheerfully lays out the deals. Option 1, I break your leg and you personally cut off one of your own fingers. Option 2, you stop protecting your nephew and start working for me instead. You will be helping me handle some business. You handle some business for me. You keep this place, I won't interfere. True Min feels like he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Is this a joke? Lose his dignity or lose a limb? Why should I let this kid push me around? Just then, a booming voice echoes through the room. Who is making a scene in here? Everyone, get against the wall. True Wang Min lights up seeing Hoa Bin and his squad march in with serious looks. Everyone's eyes are glued to them. Wang Tran just scowls, looking totally annoyed. What a pain. Why do I keep running into this guy? Doesn't he have anything better to do with his time? True Wang Min rushes over for backup. Captain Vuong, thank God you are here. The captain looks confused. Mr. Fong, what on earth happened? Why is this place looking like a disaster zone? You look like a total mess. True Wang Min starts snitching immediately. Captain, you have got to get us some justice. Look what he did to me. Hoa Bin is doing the math in his head. This spot brings in over 100,000 a year in kickbacks. This golden goose is getting cooked by some punk kid. He finally barks out, who is the one responsible for this mess? Hey, you, stand up right now. Wang Tran just stares back casually. And if I do, you think you can actually arrest me? The captain feels the disrespect and loses his cool. Arrest you? You better believe I will. Men, cuff this punk right now. Wang Tran slowly turns his head with a stone-cold expression. Vuong Hoa Bin, are you really sure about that? The second he sees the guy's face, he freezes solid like he just saw a ghost. It is him, the man who has dinner with the top military generals. One single phone call from this kid could mobilize the entire district. Why does he keep showing up everywhere I go? He quickly fakes a phone call to bail. Hello? What? You are saying there is a murder over at the Bin Jian campus right now. Got it, I am on my way. He tries to calm his nerves. I can't mess with this guy or I am toast. Vuong Tran drops a hand on his shoulder. Captain Vuong, you seem a little stressed. I have a perfect cure for that. If you actually want to get better, bring 2 million to the Qdong headquarters tomorrow and find me. The captain is absolutely floored. He has been looking for a cure for ages. How did this kid spot his issue so fast? Could he actually have the answer? He thinks it over for a long beat before walking away. Fine, I will be there to find you. After your savior bailed, you look terrified, President Fong. I am telling you, even Captain Wang won't touch me. You better think long and hard about which side you are actually on before it is too late. Chill out. I am not in a rush. I will give you some time to process everything, but next time I drop by, you better have a real answer for me. I am waiting. He screams in frustration, why me? Is it about the money at Engine Toa? Look, it is not the cash. You just have something I need, but I am not telling you what just yet. Wang Tran struts out of the room. Every heavy footstep echoes with pure authority, proving he is the one calling the shots around here now. He stretches out his tired limbs, cracking his back after a long night of action. Man, it has been a minute since I moved like that. Feels good. Now, time to call that guy. He slowly dials a familiar number, feeling a strange rush of nostalgia hit him all at once. A voice picks up. Hello, who is this? Wang Tran just laughs. The Dark Army guys showed up. Are all the losers you kept around actually that incompetent or what? He recognizes the voice and gasps. Wang Tran, when did you get back? Wang fires back. Shouldn't a special ops captain like you know my schedule? You better cooperate with me this time, because if you don't, I will find you, no matter where you try to hide. He says it firmly. Relax. You gave me the heads up, so you have to trust me. I have got this handled. I have to prove I am worth your trust. Then he adds with a sigh. But seriously, show some respect and call me big brother once in a while. You are so rude. Wang ignores him. Just handle that Dark Army mess. I don't want to spend my free time cleaning up after you guys. He hangs up. Hannan isn't even surprised. Same old attitude. He cries tears of pure joy, unable to stop them from falling. He is finally back. A new day begins as the sun peeks through the skyscrapers, gently waking up the entire city. In the vice president's office, Thi drops the news. Liu Heavey spilled everything. The guy blackmailing him is Lu Vin Fu. She reports that he owns a medical equipment company called Hoa Kyo. I looked into it. It is a foreign-funded enterprise based in Kongtu province. Wang Tran looks surprised. Kongtu again? That is a weird coincidence, don't you think? Pretty strange, right? She quickly adds, the company in Kongtu is also a foreign venture. Everything seems to be lining up perfectly. But the legal owner, Lu Vin Fu, died of a heart attack 2 days ago before he even reached the hospital. She sighs. The main lead is gone. Someone definitely took him out. He was clearly just a pawn they decided to discard. He finally gives the order. This opponent isn't playing around. Thi, go dig into the company's funding. There might be some clues hidden in the money trail. Thai nods. Got it. I will get assistant Win on it right now. Suddenly, the phone starts ringing like crazy, interrupting them. He picks up. Hello? Fine. Send him up to my office. She asks. Who is that? Wang Tran smirks. Just someone coming to bring me some cash. He says goodbye to her and gets ready for his VIP guest. I thought you would stall for days, Captain Wang. Glad you have seen the light. Hoa Bin cuts the small talk. I've got $2 million for you. Can you actually cure me or not? I have seen other doctors, but they couldn't help. Wang scoffs confidently. Those medical hacks don't understand my genius. Captain, do you remember what I told you the first time we met? I told you if you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. For this, I just need to give you a quick exercise. He decides to risk it. Fine. Here is the 2 million. Password is 1 through 6. He can't take the pain anymore and shoves the credit card at Wang. Just fix me already. This whole situation is completely ruining my life. Wang Tran smiles. Money is paid, so the cure is coming. That is my rule. Let's get to work. Hoa Bin looks skeptical. Wait, right here? You are doing this now? After some intense acupuncture, he limps back to his car. He calls other people hacks, but I am just glad he didn't kill me with those needles. Suddenly, the pain vanishes. Whoa, it is gone. My body feels so much lighter now. Wang Tran just watches him disappear down the sunny street, looking completely unfazed. Thi can't hide her confusion as she stares at Wang's wicked smirk. Why were you so easy on him? He chuckles. I am just collecting a little upfront payment, that is all. Thi sighs in defeat. You have such a devious mind. Honestly, anyone who falls into your trap is basically cursed for life. I am just glad I am not your enemy. Wang Tran just smirks. Cursed by me? Relax. I already told you that you are not really my type. She screams in embarrassment. Wang Tran. He just laughs and grabs her hand to stop her. Hold on, I have got a call coming in. She asks curiously. What is up? He looks happy. Lu Haiyan just found a new job and wants to take me out to dinner to celebrate. Thi gets serious and folds her arms. Look, Mr. Vice President, do you think I am just going to let you skip work without permission? What if I say no? Wang Tran quickly explains, don't worry, boss. I am not just ditching for a free meal. It is actually about company business. As far as I know, we still haven't found a spokesperson for our brand new product line, right? I think Lu Huan's image is a perfect fit. Most people getting married now are from that 1990s generation, so she is the ideal face for a young couple. What do you think? Her eyes light up. That is a great idea. I will set up a plan and have her come in for a casting call to see how she does. Wang Tran agrees and heads to Grandma Q's restaurant to meet Lu Haiyan. They raise their glasses to celebrate seeing each other again. He makes his move. Listen, you invited me to dinner, so I am giving you a chance to make some cash. Do you want to be the new face for Q Dung? Lu Huyan hesitates for a moment. A spokesperson? I have heard that world is pretty messy. I am fine just being an intern teacher. I never really thought about becoming a famous star. He is surprised by her answer and thinks it over. Finally, he decides to push a bit more. Actually, could you just do me a favor? Just try out the casting for me? She is nervous and chugs her drink before slamming the glass down. Okay, fine. If you are putting it like that, I will give it a shot. Wang Tran is hyped that he recruited her. Great. I will take you to the casting tomorrow. Suddenly, a familiar voice interrupts their conversation. Wang Tran. He turns around to see Phi Lam. Hey, didn't expect to see you here. Want to sit down and eat with us? Phi Lam suddenly explodes with rage. Wang Tran, aren't you supposed to be dating Thin Phi? You absolute jerk. He just laughs. I was only helping Thin Phi take down Lam Ka Lak. Inside, he is cracking up. Ha ha. These are the legendary losers who just want to ruin things for everyone else. Ignoring his words, Phi Lam keeps pointing and yelling at him. You are just a two-timing liar. Don't you feel bad for Thin Phi at all? He is determined to get justice for her. She is just a girl trying to survive in this huge city all alone, and you are out here acting like a total jerk. How can you not feel guilty for treating her like this? The crowd starts gossiping while they eat. Man, kids these days. He is totally cheating on her, isn't he? What a total loser. I have never seen someone so shameless. He looks decent, but he is actually a total snake. Phi Lam feels like a hero with everyone backing him up. See? Everyone here knows you are wrong and they are all on my side. He didn't hesitate to step up and grill them. You two shady lovebirds. Seriously, don't you guys feel any shame? Suddenly, a blast of pepper spray hit him right in the face. He clutched his eyes and screamed, Ah, my eyes. I can't see. Liu Huan felt a rush of satisfaction after venting her rage. Serves you right. Who are you calling a shady couple now? Wang Tran gave a cold warning, Better get to the hospital before you go blind. They hurried out, leaving the entire restaurant staring in total shock at the chaotic scene that just went down right in front of them. Liu Huyen scowled, frustrated that such a great meal was totally ruined by that jerk. Wang Tran gently comforted her. Hey, don't let a loser like him mess with your vibe, okay? Just treat him like a pesky fly that finally buzzed off. He decided to cheer her up. Come on, I'll drive you back to campus. Wang Tran's car sliced through the crowded streets, weaving past the busy city crowds. Finally, the car rolled to a stop in front of the university gates. Liu Huyen stepped out and waved goodbye. Thanks for the ride. Go home and get some sleep. You need your energy for that big audition tomorrow. He grinned and gave her a heads up. Got it. I'll pick you up tomorrow, so keep your phone handy. Suddenly, he spotted a familiar figure walking out of the school. She felt uneasy and quickly turned around to check the situation. Her heart skipped a beat when she saw an old acquaintance. It was Uncle Fong. Uncle Fong scowled. Liu Huyen, first day back and I run into her? Talk about bad luck. Inside, he was cursing her out. You brat, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been beaten and left with these ugly scars. He clenched his fists, struggling to hold back his burning rage. I won't forget this humiliation. Uncle Fong always settles his scores, and this debt is recorded deep in my heart. Liu Huyen didn't even give him a second look, making Uncle Fong seethe with anger. You ruined everything and brought me nothing but trouble. One day, I swear, I'm going to end you. He muttered with deadly certainty, I will kill you, Liu Huyen. Kai Hoa saw her son losing it and tried to stop him. Fong, stop. Don't do something you'll regret. Your father is finishing the paperwork to send you to Australia next month. He flat out refused. I'm not going. I'm taking back everything I lost. His father exploded in a rage. This kid is out of control. You're his mother. Why aren't you talking some sense into him? Deep, he snapped back, totally fed up. My son and I were bullied like this, and you're just hiding like a coward in a shell. Chu Ki Hoa, are you even a man or what? He tried to swallow his anger and gave a stern warning. Listen up. Don't let Fong mess up my plans. Women rarely help with success, but they sure are great at ruining everything. As the car vanished down the road, Wang Tran stood there, his eyes heavy with deep thoughts as he stood at a crossroads of conflicting emotions. Just as the morning sun began to peek out, everyone at headquarters was ready to go. Tiu Mu gave a professional introduction. Bang Thuan, take a look at this. These are the outfits and the script for the new commercial. Bang Thuan immediately shut it down. An apron? Loose hair? Director Tru Wong, I hate this makeup style. It totally clashes with my brand. He tried to stay patient. Bang Thuan, this job isn't always about what you want. Why not try exploring a new vibe, like a relatable family woman image? She raised her voice, dripping with sarcasm. Explore a new vibe? A silver screen icon like me needs to explore? Are you serious right now? Not backing down, he kept pushing. Bang Thuan, trust me on this. If you show a completely new side in this script, the audience is going to fall in love with you all over again. She ignored him, acting totally stubborn. Drop it, Director Truong. I really hate this script. Then she got straight to the point. Plus, there's the fee. I'm not budging on the price. It's 70 million or nothing. Period. Tu Mu was floored. 70 million? Didn't we agree on 60 million before? Wang Tran watched the whole thing and couldn't hide his disgust. This A-list star has a massive ego. She's being completely unreasonable and arrogant. Thai Thi explained it calmly. In this business, humble celebrities are rare. Bang Thuan definitely isn't one of them. Besides, she's a top-tier A-lister, and she knows it. He laughed, his voice dripping with mockery. Who cares what tier she's on? If she thinks she can show off here, she's dreaming. 70 million? She won't even get $7 from us. She cleared things up. I was worried Lu Hien might say no, so Bang Thuan was just the backup. But since Lu Hien agreed, then I'm canceling her. He calmly walked over to Tu Mu and the director. Ready to share the burden? He asked. What's the stress about? Feel free to vent to me if you want. Tu Mu snapped out of it. Oh, it's Vice President Vuong. Please, take a seat. T took the hint and left them some space. You and the director chat. The wardrobe team is helping Lu Hien change right now. I'll go check on her. Vuong Tran nodded with a smile. Sure. Then he turned back to the others. So, what exactly was all that drama just now? Director Tu Mu sighed, looking totally helpless as he explained. Vice President Vuong, here's the deal. Bang Thuan hates the script and the outfits. I'm trying to use these visuals to change her mind. He looked thoughtful. I see. Director Truong, do you honestly think that if we use Bang Thuan, the photo shoot and post-production will actually turn out the way we want? He carefully reviewed the files. Her style doesn't really fit the brand's needs, but since she's a top star, the editing might still give us a decent result. He laid out his real thoughts. Director, honestly, our company is just starting to break into the home appliance market. We aren't looking to dump massive amounts of cash into marketing just yet. We just want to test the waters first. He caught the hint immediately. So you already have someone else in mind? Well, let's have her do a screen test and see what happens. Wang Tran was impressed. You're sharp, Director Truong. Very sharp. He slowly shifted his gaze toward the person they were talking about. And here she is. He gestured for the director to look as she stepped out in a fresh, athletic outfit. With total confidence, he asked, well, what do you think? Does she look right to you? Tu Mu looked like he'd just found a hidden gem. His eyes lit up with pure joy. I love it. Seriously. I'm impressed. I don't know about the final edit yet, but she looks perfect right now. Lu Huyen was so nervous her hands were shaking. Hello, Director Truong. My name is Lu Huyen, and I'm a student at Capital Normal University. Wang Tran asked me to help him out with this commercial shoot. I can't believe you're the one filming this. I've seen you on TV before. Seeing how anxious she was, he gave a warm laugh to calm her down. Don't sweat it. Just be yourself and relax. During the test shoot, just follow my lead and you'll do great. Wang Tran chimed in, let's not waste any time. Everyone, let's get started. Director Truong, please take good care of Lu Huyen. I'll stay out of your way. He gave her an encouraging smile, and she finally started to look a bit more relaxed. Once they were gone, Thi finally sat down and took a slow sip of her tea. Thinking back on the chaotic moment that just passed, she let out a long sigh of relief. Hearing her description, he could already picture how adorable she looked. He glanced at the opposite table and mused, ha ha. It sounds like she's really taking this screen test seriously. She's just a bit lost on how to find her rhythm. Wang Tran was fully backing his choice. Her attitude is top-notch, and she's a real self-starter. Honestly, I think she has everything it takes to become a famous actress one day. He checked in to see what the director thought. What's the verdict? Tu Mu was so hyped he clapped his hands. I think she's perfect. After some hard work, he gratefully invited everyone over. He couldn't stop showering her with praise. You're being way too modest. Lu Huyen is energetic, smart, and sharp. With her as the lead actress, this commercial is going to be a massive hit. Lu Huyen blushed, feeling a bit shy. You're too kind. Wang Tran cut straight to the chase. So, can we officially lock her in as the lead role for this commercial then? Is it a done deal? Tu Mu asked cautiously. Mr. Vuong, Lu Huyen is great, but didn't the company already invite Bang Thuan? If we just cancel her contract like this, won't there be some serious blowback for us? Thai responded without a second thought. What is the big deal? I think Lu Huyen is just as good as Bang Thuan. She calmly set her tablet down. Thuan's price is just way too high. Let's go with Lu Huyen. He was nervous about the higher-ups, but Bang Thuan's side. Wang Tran was dead serious. You just handle the ads for Lu Huyen, and I will take care of Bang Thuan myself. The first morning sun started to spread, warming up the room in the golden sky. He gave the order, Lu Huyen, move a bit to the right. Perfect. She followed his lead without missing a beat. The director nodded, liking what he saw. Good. Keep that pose for me. Suddenly, heavy footsteps thudded against the floor. The sound was harsh, echoing the pure rage of the person who was stomping toward them. Lele marched in and slammed a stack of papers down. Director Chuan, what is this? She started screaming at him. Our star Bang Thuan isn't even here. Why are you already filming? He pointed at Lu Huyen. What do you mean the lead isn't here? Isn't she the star? The woman lost it. How dare you swap actresses? That is a breach of contract. Who gave you the balls to do this? Wang Tran just chilled and said, I did. He smiled, clearly enjoying the fact that he was pushing her buttons. Yeah, I was the one who made the call. Lele screamed her head off. Who the hell are you? What right do you have to change anything? Who do you think you are? He caught her hand before she could point it at him. You want to know why? Because of your crappy attitude. This little brand deal doesn't need your drama. She was so pissed she couldn't even finish her sentence. Wang Tran sat down and kept the shade coming. What? Still here? Or do you want to stick around as a veteran and give our new actress some pointers? Seeing her assistant lose the fight, Bang Thuan stepped up. I don't care who you are. You can't just kill my ad. Do you even know me? He just rattled off her bio. Yeah, you're Tai Bang Tuan from Tong Media. I'm tight with Tong Hai Tien, the chairman's niece. And I also know your real name is actually Tai Hong Qian. She absolutely lost it when he hit the nerve. You're all ganging up on me. I'm calling a press conference to expose your dirty tactics and the truth. He shot back coldly. The truth? What truth? He pointed right at her face, and he wasn't done yet. He started spilling all her deep secrets, or maybe it was about her secret plastic surgery. Lu Huyen couldn't help but laugh out loud at his bluntness. Bang Thuan felt frozen. A million questions hit her brain. How did he know? Barely anyone knew she went under the knife. Totally humiliated, she just huffed and then turned to walk away. She still had enough energy to scream at Lei. How did he find out? What are you even doing? The assistant just bowed her head, terrified. Sorry, boss. Wang Tran clapped, satisfied. Problem solved. Back to work. Bang Thuan stormed back to Tong Media. She was so mad she threw her designer bag. She couldn't handle being ignored for the first time. This isn't over. Who does that guy think he is, replacing me like that? She kept telling herself she was an A-list star. He used a rookie to replace her and treated her like trash. She was literally shaking with rage. Lei kept fueling the fire. Exactly. We can't let this go. They have no idea how much money you bring in. Those people are freaking idiots. Bang Thuan chewed her nails, frustrated. But how do we get them back, the assistant whispered. Look, we still have Chairman Tong. So what if he knows Tong Hai-Tin? You're the queen of this company, the golden goose. Chairman Tong is definitely going to have your back on this one. She thought it over. Yeah, I've still got Tong Min Zan. That guy is dead meat. Over at Tong Media, the place was packed with all the big names in entertainment. Inside the chairman's office, a soft voice was comforting her. Okay, stop crying. Min Zhang tried to calm her down. Don't worry, Thuan, I'll handle this. Just watch the show. He immediately ordered his assistant to send a formal invite to Wang Tran over at Qdong International. Tell him dinner tonight. Then he remembered something and stopped him. Wait, invite Chuang Min Ton and So Chiu Nam too. Don't forget Mr. Fong and my niece, Tong Hai-Tin. Let her see how the world works. He was confident that Wang Tran guy won't know what hit him. Meanwhile, Wang Tran got the invite via fax. He looked at the paper, curious. He was surprised by what it said. Tong Min Zan wants to grab dinner? Looks like I hit a nerve. Thi was worried. Want me to go? They might actually listen to me. He ruffled her hair and smiled. No need. It will be awkward if you're there. Tong Min Zan will only show his hand if you're not around. She brushed him off, blushing. Stop touching my hair. Fine, I'll go to the club later to pick up some stuff. Wang Tran just gave in. Fine. I will try to wrap everything up before you get there. The sky turned dark as the moon peeked out from the clouds. Thi and Kung Club started to come alive as the sun went down, feeling mysterious and intense. Inside a private room, things were getting steamy. Thuan, don't move yet. Bang Thuan was breathless. Chairman Tong, then a sudden knock at the door ruined the vibe. Min Zan told her to hurry up. Fix yourself up. He walked in smiling. I'm Wang Tran, but you can call me Chairman Wang. The man invited him in. So, Chairman Wang, I heard you replaced our girl Thuan with a rookie. Care to explain yourself? Wang Tran sat down, totally calm. Looks like you're not happy, Mr. Tong. Or maybe I'm early and ruined your little private moment. Bang Thuan jumped up, caught red-handed. Wang Tran, don't you dare try to change the subject. Min Zhan signaled her to be quiet. Wang Tran started throwing shade. I'm just saying, you should chill out. Keep this up and your kidneys will be shot by 50. He flinched and grabbed his stomach. Mr. Wang, we're in the same circle. Isn't that a bit much? He started listing his symptoms. Mr. Tong, you're feeling exhausted, right? Pain in the lower stomach, weak immune system. Do colds take you a month to shake? Min Zhan was stunned. How did he know? He asked, where did you practice medicine? Bang Thuan scoffed. Look at him. He's probably a total fraud who has hurt more people than he's helped. Wang Tran went straight for the jugular. Honestly, I have something to say. Bang Thuan, didn't you have plastic surgery last month? She gripped her glass so hard her knuckles turned white. Is this guy a ghost? How did he know about my surgery? Min Zan was just as shocked. She did have surgery for me, but he shouldn't know that. He tried to stay cool. Doesn't matter how he knows. This can't get out to anyone. If it does, I'm screwed. Wang Tran laughed, teasing him. You look a bit pale, Mr. Tong. Are you thinking about some dirty tricks? Old man got triggered when I hit a nerve, and now he is acting tough. Like always, these guys never learn. He waves it off, playing the humble card way too hard. Min San was literally speechless. He could not believe the sheer ego on this guy. Just then, footsteps echoed outside, and the door slowly creaked open to the room. Chuanam walked in all smiles. Uncle Min San, I just got back from the province. I saw your call and came straight here. Whatever you need, Uncle, I will do my absolute best. The old man snapped back to reality. Chuanam, listen, it is nothing major. We just have not seen each other in forever. I wanted to introduce you to a new friend. Say hello to Mr. So. Chuanam sat down carefully, making sure to suck up. This is Bang Thuan, China's top star. Seeing her in person is a total game changer. She is way hotter than on television. Suddenly, he realized there was someone else sitting in the room. Who is this other guy? He was stunned. Mr. Wang, what are the odds of seeing you here? Turns out, Uncle Tong was trying to introduce us. Wang Tran played along. Thanks to Chairman Tong's setup, we meet again. Min San was confused. They know each other? Chua Nam started digging. Uncle, how on earth do you know Mr. Vuong from the Philadelphia of Wongs? He started doing the math. If he wants to tie Vuong Tran and Tong Min San together, he better change the subject fast. The old man froze. The Philadelphia of Wongs? He started frantically searching his memory for that name. That is a massive financial empire. They can take on any elite family. But he shook it off. Whatever, even if he is from Philly, this is China. This punk crossed the line, and I am not letting him off easy. As he was thinking, a familiar voice called out, Mr. Tong, I am here. Min San grinned, feeling satisfied. Finally, his backup had arrived just in time. Min Tone acted all friendly. Oh, Mr. So is here too? And the famous Bang Thuan? Wang Tran just waved with a smirk. Hello. As soon as Tone saw him, he looked like he saw a ghost. Bad memories were definitely flooding back. He looked down, totally terrified. Of course, you can be here. You can do whatever you want. A wave of dread hit him. As long as I do not get punched again, this guy can sit on my head for all I care. Wang Tran just walked up and threw an arm around him. Why so scared? Where is your sister? Min Toan stuttered that his sister was working overtime. He was totally regretting his life choices. This trap was for Wang Tran. If he had known, he would have stayed home. They both blurted out, Wait, you two know each other too? Wang Tran just casually doubled down. Know him? Man, we are practically family at this point. Min Tran corrected him fast. He is close with my sister. Wang Tran decided he had teased him enough. Look, I met Min Kai while studying abroad. We are just old friends. He gestured for everyone to sit down and relax. Min San watched this play out, sweating bullets. Chua Nam tried to keep it cool, but Min Tone was shaking. This Vuong Tran guy was as tough as nails. The old man calculated his moves. This kid is dangerous, so I should probably play it safe. But he built up some courage and pushed a drink across the table. Min San got straight to the point. Mr. Vuong, replacing Bang Thuan with some random student? I am going to need an explanation. Vuong Tran hit back cold. Chairman Tong, are you telling me I need to apologize to Miss Bang Thuan right here? Min San panicked. No. I just want you to clear the air. Otherwise, Vuong Tran cut him off. So, you want a public apology? The old man nodded, feeling smug. I knew you were a reasonable guy. Min Tone felt the tension rising and looked for an exit. My stomach is killing me. I gotta go. You guys keep talking. Chua Nam saw right through the act, real smooth, choosing right now to run to the bathroom. He tried to play mediator for Vuong Tran. Uncle, leads get replaced all the time, right? Maybe Vuong Tran has a good reason. Min San took the glass and looked at it, his mind racing with a weird feeling. If I just back down and do not stand up for Bang Thuan, what happens? No new stars will ever sign with my company again. My reputation will be completely ruined. He tried to find a middle ground. Look, this is not a huge deal. I am telling you, Vuong Tran, we should just work together. It is better for everyone. He leaned in to pour a drink. My company's diamonds and your team, paired with the stars from the Tong Family Media Group. That is a winning combo. Vuong Tran reached out and stopped him. He just laughed and told them how he really felt. If your stars are all like Miss Bang Thuan here, I will pass. Bang Thuan lost it, stood up, and screamed. Vuong Tran, what is your deal? You want me to have you beaten up? He just shrugged it off. Go ahead and try. If you touch a single hair on my head tonight, you will not be seeing the sun tomorrow. He slammed a gold card onto the table. Min San started stuttering. Is that the Heavenly Palace? He screamed in shock. That is a platinum board member card for the International Heavenly Palace Club. His brain was spinning. Word is, the Heavenly Palace was built by the top chairman himself. The people on that board are legendary power players with insane influence. And it turns out, Vuong Tran is one of those heavy hitters. Bang Thuan crossed her arms, acting tough. Who knows if that card is even real? You think a piece of plastic scares me? He stood up. Really? Well, let me tell you something. Before I arrived, I set up a camera. Min San turned pale, looking like he was caught red-handed. Chua Nam just sighed. These two tried to take on Vuong Tran and lost miserably. Min San nervously asked, Fine, what are your terms? What do I have to do to get that tape back? Vuong Tran was blunt. Make all your stars promote our diamonds. Of course, I will give you a discount on the fees. He was still skeptical. If we do what you say, you promise that video will never see the light of day? Bang Thuan was devastated, like she was struck by lightning. Chairman Tong. He stood his ground. Of course, you have my word as a gentleman. The old man asked for one day to think it over and make a final decision. He smiled and agreed. Sure, that works for me. Bang Thuan chased after Min San, begging him to wait. Chua Nam was suspicious. Mr. Vuong, did you really hide a camera in this room? Vuong Tran just sat back and asked, What do you think? He sipped his drink and laughed. Not a chance. Mr. Vuong, honestly, Min-san is not that talented, but he is incredibly paranoid. You really need to watch your back around him. Just as expected, Min-san was already on the phone calling for backup. Mr. Fong, please come over. Something happened tonight. I need someone wiped off the face of the earth permanently. Can you make that happen? The voice on the other end hesitated. Mr. Tong, that is a criminal matter. Things are hot right now. What you are asking for is a little too much. Min-san tried to push him. Fong, we are like brothers. Are you really going to leave me hanging like this? The man sighed heavily. Fine, I will introduce you to a guy I know. His name is Lai Kwong. For enough cash, he will do anything. Min-san was thrilled. His problem was solved. Thanks, Fong. I owe you one. Let us grab drinks some other time. In the heart of the busy city, the heavenly palace stood tall and majestic, a total icon of power. Chuanam got in his car to leave. Mr. Vuong, let us grab a drink next time. Vuong Tran just waved. Sounds good. Drive safe. I watched his taillights fade into the fog. He thinks he is slick, but I can feel it. That guy wants me 6 feet under. I had to laugh. The kid knows how to play the game. He picks the winning side and moves fast. Respect. The valet handed over the keys with a grin. Thanks, I said. Then I pinned it. My ride tore through the night like a bullet, leaving nothing but a roar and fading neon. Suddenly, headlights. When did these jokers start tailing me? I kept a sharp eye on the mirror, watching that shadow creep up. Oh, they are definitely gaining on me. This should be fun. Out of nowhere, the black car gunned it, roaring past me with a deafening engine scream. I rolled down the window and smirked. I had already peppered the asphalt with spikes, a little gift waiting in the shadows. Boom. Right on cue, a massive blast rocked the entire street. A split second later, the cars behind me started swerving like crazy as their tires shredded. Total chaos. People were screaming, "What is the matter with you? There are spikes everywhere. Who is the idiot responsible?" Everyone jumped out to look. Damn it, my tire is shredded. Right then, the boss barked at Hong Lam. Vuong Tran is right there. While things are messy, we hit him from both sides and end this. The guy just nodded. You got it. I popped my head out and grinned. Nice plan, boys, but it is not going to happen. Their faces went ghost white. Vuong Tran, how the hell did you get here so fast? I flashed a needle and got right in their faces. Start talking. Who sent you? Don't make me ask twice. Elsewhere, Min Shang was whining. Thank God you are here, he said. That Vuong Tran guy is a total nightmare. Suddenly, things felt off. It has been way too long. Why haven't they called in yet? Think something went sideways? Lai Kwong laughed it off. Relax. The guys I sent are pros, bank robbers, and kidnappers. Taking out one dude is like a walk in the park for them. That chilled him out a bit. Oh, really? Well, that is good to hear. Very good. He was mid-sip when the door flew off its hinges. I stepped inside, my boots clicking on the floor like a ticking clock. The whole room just went dead silent from the vibe. I looked him in the eye. Wow, Mr. Tong, zero sense of humor. I make one joke and you try to kill me? He started shaking. No way. This is just a huge misunderstanding. Lai Kwong scrambled to his feet. He could feel the heat coming off me, and it was terrifying him. He tried to bolt, but I dropped him with a kick to the spine. Misunderstanding? Please. Plenty of people want me dead, but you two morons are way out of your league. Start talking. How are we going to fix this? They didn't move a muscle, just sweating and listening. And don't even think about calling the cops. That is not happening. Look, I own the police station, and you guys hired a hitman. Dialing 911 is basically a one-way ticket to prison for you. I just sat there, casually cleaning my blade. I am a big fan of revenge. You wanted me in a casket, so why should I let you breathe? I gave them a look. If you have something to trade that is worth your pathetic lives, maybe I will reconsider. Min Shang jumped on it. Wait, what if we do this? I will agree to everything you asked for. Plus, free advertising, no fees, no nothing. I swear. I just laughed in his face. You think the company is enough? Even if you handed me the entire Tong Empire, that is only half of what I want. He looked crushed. Only half? But that is everything I have got. Wrong. You have something else. Do it, and I will let you live. He was shaking like a leaf. What? Anything. Just tell me. I laid it out. You are replacing Tong Minvai. You are going to be the new heir of the Tong family. He sighed. So you want me to take my brother's spot, run the family, and then just give it to you? I gave him a thumbs up. Now you are getting it. But no rush. You will just be my puppet for now. He went quiet. Spokesperson, he meant puppet. But if this guy can actually put me in charge of the whole family, then I am all in. No brainer. He was calculating. To the rest of the world, I'd still be the boss. That is good enough for me. Fine. I will do it. If you help me take down my brother, the family is yours to use. I just crossed my arms and smirked. Okay then, prove you mean it, right now. He took a deep breath, hands shaking. Lai Kuang watched, totally confused. How do you prove sincerity? Then Min Sang dropped to his knees. Lai Kuang's jaw hit the floor. He actually screamed, "Feel that. That is shame. You tried to end me, so I am going to make sure your life is a living hell from now on. Look, I will give you what you want, but you work for me. You run that family exactly how I say." Got it? He nodded. Good boy. I gave him a pat on the back. First task, make sure Tong Hai marries to Thien Yen. Do whatever it takes. Use every dirty trick in your book to win. Just remember I am always watching you. He walked out like a zombie. I turned to the other guy with a nasty grin. All right, your turn. How do you want to go out? Pick away. Lai Kuang was a total mess. I lost my cool and hauled him up by his collar. Stop crying. If you are going to be this pathetic, just die already. He was shaking. Please, mercy. Then a phone started buzzing, killing the mood. I knew exactly who it was, Chu Fong. I really hope that idiot hasn't let his grudge turn him completely blind. This is bad. I ignored the guy hanging off my leg like a lost puppy. I just picked up the phone and kept it cool. I will take care of it. Tell them to call the cops. The guy looked up, all curious. What is up? You need me? I hung up and smirked. You know what? You might actually be useful after all. I gave him a dark look. Go grab your boys and jump City Secretary Chu Kai Hoa. Beat him until he can't stand. He didn't even hesitate. On it, boss. He was sweating, but he didn't care. If it keeps me alive, I will beat up the Pope. High-ranking official? Whatever. I just did not want to die. Now move. Bad kids usually have bad parents. His son owes me, so the old man can pay the interest in pain. He nodded like a madman. I am on it. Once he cleared out, I made a call. Hey, I need a favor. A friend of mine got snatched. I am sending a number, track the location for me. Fast. Hannem started joking. A friend, huh? Is she cute? I rolled my eyes. Just shut up and tell me where she is. They are heading south. Traffic was a mess, so they are taking the long way around Binjian. I finally let out a breath and smiled. Perfect. Let's go. His expression softened for a second, but he quickly demanded 2 choppers. One to pick him up, the other to hit the target. Out in the desolate mountains, a car was tearing down a dangerous road. Lu Huan was tied up and out cold in the back seat. She had no idea they were talking trash. Seriously, man, we went through all this trouble for her. Instead of enjoying the prize, you were just dumping her at some shady facility in the south? That kind of cruelty is enough to make anyone sick. Absolute freak. Elsewhere in the city, the night stretched over the skyline. A group was partying hard, celebrating a successful mission. They were all praising their bosses for the stellar leadership and guidance that made it happen. Suddenly, the door was kicked open, shattering the vibe. Li Qiwang double-checked a photo on his phone before screaming at the room. Uncle Kai Hoa. Which one of you is Uncle Kai Hoa? He spotted the target and gave his crew the order. That is him. You have got 3 minutes to bag him. Move. Kai Hoa just stood there, looking totally lost. Li Kuang slapped him hard, then explained. Someone wants me to school you. Said you are a terrible father and it is time you shared some of those sweet benefits. Kai Hoa hit the floor, pale as a ghost. What benefits? He coughed as the thugs started a beatdown. All he could do was beg. Please, stop. I will teach my son a lesson, I swear. Li Kuang just smirked at him. Do not bother schooling your kid. Honestly, I should be thanking you instead. He swung a club right into Kai Hoa. If it was not for you, I would never have escaped that monster. Li Kuang timed it perfectly. By now, Wang Zheng was probably closing in on the sun. Leaning out of the chopper, he yelled, How much further to the drop zone? The pilot shouted back, 2 kilometers. Wang Zheng grabbed his iPhone and gave the order. Tell the other team we are landing now. The helicopter circled above, looking for a spot to strike. Back in the kidnapper's car, Tujia was bragging about the facility sending women to Africa. Chu Fong laughed like a maniac. He gave the backseat a wicked look. I did my homework before bringing her here. This girl is basically dead, but I want her to suffer first. He made a wild guess. Look at you. Love turned into pure hate, huh? Just then, Lu Huan groaned and woke up. She sat up, dazed, and blurted out, Where am I? Chu Fong sneered, finally awake. No need to be scared. I am taking you somewhere nice where you can really enjoy life. Haha. At the facility, a guy bowed to the guests. Safe travels, sir. Call us if you find any more good cargo. Chu Fong just brushed him off. There will not be a next time. I am done with her. Diep, he spoke up from behind. All right, son. We cannot stay here. Let us move. He just whined back. Mom, seriously? I told you I could handle this myself. She smiled sweetly. I am just worried about you, dear. Then, a bullet whistled past them. What? It tore right into Chu Fang's leg, blood spraying everywhere. His mother panicked and rushed to her precious son, unaware that they were both caught in a sniper's crosshairs. Wang Zheng stood high up, grinning ear to ear. Bingo. Even the guy with the binoculars was stunned. Man, you hit a target from 1,000 meters? How? He shrugged it off like a boss. Just a feeling. New gun, still getting used to it. Otherwise, I would have popped his head. Tell the ground team to move in now. As the chopper hovered, he boldly climbed down the ladder. We are here. He hit the ground, ready to lead. You two stay on the bird. Do not let anyone escape alive. He gave final instructions. Han to find cover outside and provide support when I call it in. Then Wang Zheng stopped to direct the rest of the squad. The rest of you, follow me. He was ready for war. Lu Haiyan, I am coming. Gunshots echoed through the building as they moved. They have got heavy weapons. Keep your heads down. A soldier ran up to report. Sir, second floor is clear. No sign of the target. Wang Zheng did not hesitate, moved to the third floor. He went silent for a moment, his face darkening. This place is not that big. Suddenly, a shot rang out. Do not move. It was Fan Liam holding Lu Huiyan hostage. You guys came for her, did you not? He tried to cut a deal. Get me a car so I can get out of here, or she is dead. Lu Huiyan was terrified, crying out for Wang Zheng. He just raised his hands. Take it easy. A car. Whatever you need. I will make it happen. Just do not do anything stupid. He already had a plan. Fan Liam walked down the stairs, still barking threats. Do not try anything funny, or she is toast. He did not realize he was targeted. Without warning, a shot cracked, hitting him right in the head. Even Wang Zheng was impressed. Not bad, Han and To. That is some elite marksman work right there. Perfect shot. Fan Liam collapsed, tumbling down the stairs and dragging Lu Huiyan with him. She screamed at the top of her lungs. Help! But a second later, she was safe in his arms. Wang Zheng gave her a reassuring look. Do not be scared. It is over. I am taking you home. He carried her out, leaving the cleanup to the squad. Check upstairs for other victims and get them out. He added one final order. Level this place. This toxic dump does not deserve to exist. The news spread fast. Somewhere else, a man slammed his desk in a rage. What? Hanam's people took out our southern operation? He hissed through gritted teeth. Fine. I was not looking for a fight. But if you want to play dirty, let us see who wins. Next morning at the villa, Thithi was waiting. Here comes our big hero. How is the girl you rescued? He just smiled. She's doing okay. Just some major post-traumatic stress. She suddenly snapped at him. A nap? Did you not say Chu Fang kidnapped her? I am thinking we should just send our guys to bag him once and for all. Qin Fai tried to be the voice of reason. That is risky. He is still a person. Better to call the cops. Besides, his dad is a high-ranking official. Wang Zheng stepped in to calm things down. Relax, you are scarier than me. Do not worry. He will not be showing his face around here for a long time. His eyes went cold. Maybe not ever again. Thithi's expression softened. Good. Let her rest tomorrow. Then she starts filming. The national ad campaign kicks off next month. He gently patted her head. Sure, you handle it. It has been a long day, so I am hitting the sack. You two should get some sleep too. Later, he was in the shower, water steaming up the room. Suddenly, his phone screen lit up with a new notification. He stepped out to check it. At midnight, a smirk touched his lips. Arc-9 15 is here. Elsewhere, in the hospital, Miu Miu stared blankly. Should she call? Kai Tu rolled his eyes. Stop tripping. If that Vuong Trong guy actually liked you, he would have shown up in the city by now. It has been over 2 weeks without a single call. Just forget about him already. But she kept making excuses for her crush. I mean, the guy is the vice president of Kudung, a total big shot. He completely ignored her excuses, looking totally fed up. Whatever, your man probably has a wife by now anyway. Honestly, I do not get how girls think. Just wait until Boy Boy gets back and tell her your little sob story. Right then, Boy Boy burst in, shouting Mew Mew at the top of her lungs. She was practically vibrating with excitement. He is here. That guy in the Cali 15 is actually here. Mew Mew's eyes lit up like stars. She jumped up without thinking twice. Is he really here? Is it actually Vuong Tran? But Boy Boy just looked confused. I do not know any Vuong Tran, I just saw the Cali 15. Suddenly, Vuong Tran walked in with a gift basket. It is me, he said. Do not move around. Your leg is not healed yet. She immediately started acting all fragile and cute. I just wanted to move a little, she whined. Are you here for that new land project? Kai-Tu just watched her act like a total princess and judged her hard. Typical girl. He walked over all cool and friendly. I just wanted to see how you were healing up and bring you a little something. He held up a set of car keys, letting them dangle right in front of her. Boy stood there with her jaw on the floor. Miu Miu was right, the guy is gorgeous and loaded. Only Kai Tu stood in the corner, rolling his eyes at the whole scene. Here, Wang Tran tossed the keys right in front of her. Take them, it is your new ride. Looks like you are recovering pretty fast, but seriously, you need to stay chill. Until that leg is 100%, you are banned from racing. Miu Miu nodded eagerly, a huge grin plastered across her face. I promise. You do not have to worry, I am definitely staying off the track. You did not even tell me you were coming to town. How long are you staying? He gave a quick three-finger sign and smiled. Just 3 days. I still have business at the office. But suddenly, he noticed someone standing right behind him. Huh? Bin Hao stared at him with an icy glare that made him jump. So, you are the famous Wang Tran. Wang Tran blinked, totally confused. Yeah, that is me. And who exactly are you supposed to be? He felt a sudden chill. It was Bin Hao, the powerhouse of the Tu faction. This guy was a legend with massive power. He never expected to run into him here. But then, the old man's face broke into a huge smile. Ha, you look as sharp as they say. No wonder my daughter never stops talking about you. Thanks for saving her, kid. Miu Miu turned bright red and snapped. Dad, stop it. Wang Tran lowered his head, acting all humble. You are too kind, Mr. Bin. Honestly, if I had not been racing with her, none of this would have happened. I have to take some of the blame for the accident. Seeing how respectful the kid was, Bin Hao liked him even more. Ha, I like your style. Come on, you are grabbing drinks with me tonight. You saved my girl, so this is my way of saying thanks. Wang Tran smiled back and said, I appreciate that. Later, at the restaurant, they all gathered around the table while the old man happily raised his glass for a toast. Come on, kid, since you are calling me uncle now, you better keep up with me tonight. Wang Tran politely raised his glass, but inside he was hiding a massive secret. He was carefully watching the old man's every move. He probably has no idea I trashed his son. I thought this dinner was a trap, but I guess I was overthinking it. Miu Miu leaned in and whispered, Hey, stop drinking so much and eat something first. Even Lahoa was impressed. She thought Wang Tran seemed so kind and well-bred. You can tell he comes from a good family, she thought. So, tell me, what do your parents do for a living? Wang Tran looked a bit thrown off by the question. My parents? Before he could even answer, Miu Miu snapped at her. Mom, seriously, you are being way too pushy. Who asks about parents the first time they meet? But her mother barely even noticed. Wang Tran played it cool, though he looked a little sad. It is fine, he said softly. The truth is, I was abandoned as a kid. I never actually met my parents. My master raised me, but I basically lived off the kindness of the neighborhood. I wore whatever they gave me. Lahoa's voice softened instantly. Oh, I am so sorry. I did not realize I was bringing up such a painful memory. But he just waved it off with a kind smile. Do not worry about it. Since I never knew them, there is really nothing to be sad about anymore. Hearing his story really got to Miu Miu. She wondered how he survived all those years on nothing but the kindness of strangers. Bin Hao was more impressed than ever, grinning from ear to ear. As the saying goes, a sharp sword comes from hard grinding, and the best flowers only bloom in the biting cold. You are so young to be the vice president of a company like Kudung. You must have fought through some serious struggles to get there. Lahoa took the chance to dig a little deeper into his plans. Miu Miu mentioned you were heading to the coast for 2 days. He nodded, seizing the moment. That is right. I want to do some serious research on the real estate market over there. She kept the questions coming. Why would a massive company like yours bother with a small county town? You made your name with big moves in the capital, so wouldn't that be a much better place for business? Wang Tran shook his head and dropped some knowledge. Policy shifts over the last 2 years have made real estate pretty risky. Moving into the housing market right now comes with some serious dangers that we have to consider. We chose the port city because of its unique environment and the massive advantages it offers from every possible angle. Lahoa nodded along. That makes a lot of sense. With the government tightening its grip on the market, making money in housing is not as easy as people think. He stayed calm. It is still doable. If things get tough, we will just partner with the government to develop the land. At the end of the day, I just want to grab a few cheap plots to build affordable apartments and do something good for the community. This really confused Bin Hao. Prices were skyrocketing, yet this kid wanted to sell for cheap. He could not help but ask, you realize that move will tank your profits and might even cost the company a fortune, right? Why would you even want to do that? Wang Tran spoke from the heart. I grew up on the kindness of others, wearing clothes and eating food given to me by my neighbors. Now that I am successful, I just want to give back to the community. His face turned serious. I want to see people smiling, not stressed out about whether they can afford a roof over their heads. Lahoa laughed, seeing his fire. It is a bit idealistic, but I love the ambition. Meanwhile, Bin Hao just downed another glass of wine. Then he turned to him. Vuong Tran, I have been waiting for someone to say what you just said. Vuong Tran immediately stood up and bowed with total respect. I would be honored to work with you, uncle, but deep down, he was already calculating his next move. Secretary Ben Hao and Secretary Tanam Kwok were the two massive pillars holding up the entire Tu faction. He drained his glass in one shot. The plan was already in motion. It starts with real estate, and it starts right here in this province. Once I am done, the Tu faction will be cut in half. Just you wait, old man. I am going to tear your entire empire apart brick by brick. Later, as Wang Tran pushed Miu Miu's wheelchair, her father looked at her, asking if she really wanted to stay. She just waved him off. Dad, I already told you, I hardly ever get to go out. I want to cruise around a bit longer, so you and Mom should just head home without me. Besides, Wang Tran is here to protect me, so don't worry. Since he couldn't convince her, the old man turned to him. Take care of my girl, kid. Wang Tran immediately spoke up to reassure him. Yes, sir, you can count on me. The wheelchair crunched over the pavement as they rolled along. She looked up at him. Are you really leaving so soon? He nodded. Yeah, I head back tomorrow. I mainly came to drop off the car, but things back in the capital still need my attention. Miu Miu's face fell. You could hear the disappointment in her voice. Why are you in such a huge rush? Suddenly, a massive noise echoed nearby, and he snapped his head toward the sound. Suddenly, they were surrounded by dozens of soldiers, all aiming rifles right at their heads. Instead of panicking, he stayed unnervingly calm. That is a lot of guys, he said. What exactly are you all trying to do? The captain barks out the arrest warrant for Wang Zheng. Our hero doesn't even flinch. Are you guys lost? I am just a peaceful citizen, but looking at all this heavy gear, you clearly mean business. This has Zhang Hongqi written all over it. I thought that injury would humble him, but I guess he is thirsty for revenge. Miu Miu steps in, demanding to know what crime requires a whole squad of armed police. She dares them to lay a finger on him. The squad leader isn't playing though. Back off, lady, or we will have to get rough. We are on official business here, so do not even try to interfere with us. Wang Zheng delivers a brutal slap to the captain's face. He follows up with a cold warning. I really hate it when people point guns at my head, officer. And I hate it even more when you point them at my friends. The captain loses his cool, screaming that Wang Zheng just attacked a federal agent. Since you are resisting, the rules of engagement just got a whole lot looser. Do you catch my drift? Wang Zheng steps right into the line of fire, grabbing the barrel with a smirk. I get it. You think you have the power here. The captain looks back at his squad and shouts a desperate warning to his fellow officers. There are 15 of us within 6 feet. Any one of these guys could turn your brain into mush. But Wang Zheng just laughs. I do not think so. Actually, you guys look exhausted. Your arms are heavy, your aim is shaky, and honestly, you look like you just want to curl up and take a nap. The sudden confidence rattles the captain. How did you know? He stammers, his hands starting to wobble like he has lost his grip on reality. Wang Zheng seizes the moment, snatching the rifle. What are you waiting for? Everyone down for a little nap time. Just like that, the captain hits the floor, completely out cold. The rest of the squad drops like flies. Miu Miu is speechless. That was some straight-up magic. Wang Zheng turns to her with a grin. No questions for me? She just smiles back. Plenty, but I would rather you just tell me. Wang Zheng realizes the jig is up. Zhang Hongqi is your brother, right? I met him back in Kim Lang when he tried to block my path. He brought a whole army to stop me after that little racing incident of ours. Miu Miu ignores the drama and just asks if he is okay. Seriously, your brother sends a hit squad and you are worried about me? That guy is a piece of work, Miu Miu says. I told him to stay out of it. Wang Zheng looks a bit guilty. Well, I am fine, but your brother is not. He is likely rotting in a hospital bed right now. She shrugs it off like it is nothing. Do not worry about him. He is tough and recovers fast. As long as you are safe, I am happy. Wang Zheng is stunned. He has never heard someone talk about their own brother with such zero chill. Miu Miu just laughs, trying to brush off the awkward vibe. Back at the mansion, Zhang Pinghao is stressed on the phone. His wife, Le Hua, wanders over to check on him. What is the deal? Is our daughter calling to pick another fight or what? Pinghao sighs, looking defeated. Miu Miu says Hongqi got roughed up. Le Hua panics immediately. What? Did that Wang Zheng kid do it? Is our son going to be okay? Pinghao keeps it together. Hongqi took a whole tactical team to the hospital just to corner Wang Zheng and Miu Miu. He is playing a dangerous game. Apparently, the cops did not recognize Miu Miu and aimed their rifles right at her. The father is fuming now, eyes filled with pure rage. He grabs his wife's hand to steady himself. He tries to calm her down. Miu Miu is fine, but Hongqi has been a hothead since he was a kid. He brought this on himself. He needs to lose that arrogance before it gets him killed. A little injury now is better than a funeral later. Le Hua is not buying it. I have to go check on my son right now. Ping Hao stops her cold. No way. She sighs, exhausted by the family drama. He picks up the phone and barks an order. Call the police chief and the tactical commander. Tell them dinner is on me tonight. Somewhere else, a car is tearing down the highway. Suddenly, a call pops up on the screen from Zhang Mingji. Wang Zheng picks up, surprised to hear he is invited to the big press conference tomorrow. He agrees without a second thought. Count me in. I will be there. Then, he hangs up the phone. As he drives, Wang Zheng closes his eyes. He knows every move he makes is being tracked by someone behind a screen. Dong Tung is watching the feed, clapping like a maniac and laughing to himself. Brilliant. Simply brilliant. Dong Tung looks at his crew with a sinister grin. What do we think about the drama between Hongqi and Wang Zheng? Mark gives a cold evaluation. That kid is a snake. We cannot underestimate him. He is a serious threat. Dong Tung's eyes turn dark. Then it is time to take him out. No one gets in the way of our family's rise to the top. Katie pipes up from the corner. If you finish the mission for the principal, the military school will make sure your dreams come true. Dong Tung looks at her with a bit of doubt. David drops a bombshell. According to Mars, this kid looks exactly like that Chinese elite fighter. If it is him, our entire undercover plan might already be compromised. He says it with total conviction. This guy has to die. Keeping him alive is a total disaster waiting to happen. Katie smirks, her words dripping with mystery. This Wang Zheng guy is something else. Dong Tung warns her to play it safe. These Chinese men have a way of surprising you. She thinks back to her past. Speaking of Chinese men, there is only one I actually respect. I never even saw his face, just shook his hand a few times. The guys all ask at once. Who? Her face goes cold as she spits out the name. The King of Asia. The room goes dead silent. Even David and Mars look shaken. And Dong Tung definitely takes notice. He rubs his chin, looking deep in thought. That guy is a legend for a reason. Katie does not care, though. She just heads for the door. I am going to check out this Wang Zheng. Later. At the fancy seafood spot in the city, Wang Zheng stares at the massive building. This must be the place Min Hao mentioned. It looks nice, but what is the big surprise? Min Hao is already at the door, waving him over. Come on, man. Your big surprise is all ready to go inside. Long time no see, buddy. He leads Wang Zheng to the elevator. Min Hao explains that thanks to some government connections, the profits are insane. We are clearing over 1.1 million a day. Wang Zheng is impressed. How many of these hotels do you actually own? Min Hao brags about his massive empire. We have 5 districts in the capital, each with 2 or 3 spots. Our new locations in the other provinces are almost finished too. We are about to be rich. Wang Zheng is blown away, but Min Hao stays humble. It is not all me. I hired a CEO with an MBA from a top university. Wang Zheng just nods. Not bad at all. Something clicks in Wang Zheng's head. So, where is this surprise you were talking about? Min Hao smacks his forehead. Man, I got so caught up in work I almost forgot. He claps his hands to signal someone. He looks toward the back and gives the command. Come on in. As the door swung open, Wang Zhuang cheered at the sight of Shi Ju. He couldn't hide his shock, asking Min Hao, man, what the hell did you do to him this past month? He looks like a totally different person. Grabbing a chair, Min Hao shrugged and said he dumped him on a secret island used for chemical weapons research. Zhuang's jaw dropped. You left him all alone on that insane island? That is suicide. He smirked and corrected him, saying he didn't even give the guy a single weapon. Trust me, his stats are going to blow your mind once you see what he actually did out there. Min Hao glanced at Shi Ju and started breaking down the numbers. 47 square kilometers of hell. Shi Ju survived 24 days and wiped out 459 monsters single-handedly. He basically leveled half the base. Shi Ju finally spoke up, looking straight at Wang Zhuang. Thanks, man. Using that nightmare to level up my skills was exactly what I needed. Zhuang gave him a friendly slap on the shoulder and told him to stop being so formal, since they were basically brothers now. But wait, there is more. Min Hao pulled out a mysterious wooden box containing a strange trophy they found deep inside the enemy base. Min Hao got serious, explaining that only the top commander had the clearance to open this specific test tube. It is a high-level biological asset. I bet this was the crown jewel of that island. Shi Ju snatched it right from under their noses. We will send it to the lab for testing later. Then, he looked at Shi Ju with a smirk and asked, you know how to handle a gun? He jumped in to keep the vibe chill. I already taught him, he said. Trust me, the guy is a total natural with a weapon. Wang Zhuang raised his glass as midnight hit. Standing outside the building, he checked his watch, wondering if Ti was finally off work. Suddenly, Nin Ha came sprinting out of nowhere, face a mess of tears and snot, screaming for some guy named Hua Fong. She bolted toward him, sobbing his name, but he just gave her a cold, miserable look. Nin Ha, it is really over. he said. Stop coming around. This whole situation is just tearing both of us apart, and I can't do it anymore. Eavesdropping from the shadows, Zhuang finally realized her name was Nin Ha. She was a total wreck, burying her face in her hands and sobbing uncontrollably. Why? Why does it have to be like this? We have been together for years. We haven't even been in the capital for 12 months and everything is already ruined. Hua Fong just looked away, trying to keep his cool. Just forget about me, Nin Ha. Go back to your hometown. But she wouldn't back down, screaming for a real reason. What is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? He just gripped his fists tight. His emotions finally boiled over. Nin Ha, do you even get it? People like us? In a city like this, we are never going to have a decent life here. It is impossible. Even a tiny 40 square meter apartment costs 1,000,000 yuan. A down payment alone is 300,000. He screamed it loud enough for the whole world to hear. 300,000. Even if I save 1,000 a month, that is 300 months. That is exactly 25 years. He sighed, sounding completely defeated. Nin Ha, you are way too naive. This love you care so much about, to me, it is just a crushing weight, a heavy, exhausting responsibility. Nin Ha was speechless, only able to spit out accusations. You've changed, Hua Fong. You aren't the man I fell in love with anymore. He couldn't even look her in the face, just staring at the pavement. Don't blame me, Nin Ha. Blame this garbage society. He hopped in his car and drove off, leaving her standing all alone on that empty street. She just collapsed into a mess of tears, sobbing her heart out. At the elite fashion show, the models were dressed to kill. The reporters couldn't stop buzzing about how glamorous everyone looked on the red carpet. Wow, they really pulled out all the stars for this event. Look at those necklaces. The diamonds they are wearing are absolutely blinding. Mingqi stood on the red carpet, oozing confidence. Meanwhile, over at Tianyan's place, things were much darker. Let them enjoy their little moment for now, she sneered. I want to see just how far she can actually climb in this city. She let out a creepy, sinister laugh. It has been a while since I had a real rival. This will prove I am not nearly as nice as I look. Cut back to the show, where Mingqi was fast asleep in a chair. Someone walked up and gently stroked her hair. Zhuang whispered to her, even though she couldn't hear. You are exhausted, he said. Just get some rest for now. He carefully draped his jacket over her. Later, they sat together, and Zhuang raised his glass to toast her huge success. They clinked glasses, and Mingqi gave him a playful look, asking, So, what else you got for me? He kept the compliments coming, talking about how they finally hit their impossible goal. We actually made it, he said. Thank you. She smirked, leaning in. If you are really thankful, what exactly are you going to do for me? Zhuang's tone shifted, looking completely regretful. I know my own selfishness almost destroyed your entire life, he admitted. I really am sorry for that. Mingqi just smiled, showing him total forgiveness. Honestly, I would have found out eventually anyway. She looked at him with genuine gratitude. So, Wang Zhuang, I should be thanking you. You helped me find out who I really am. Zhuang felt a huge weight lift off his shoulders. I get your struggle, believe me. I have been through exactly what you are facing right now. At the end of the day, I am the one who should be saying thanks. Mingqi let her guard down for a moment. Wang Zhuang, our first meeting was pretty rough, to say the least. But honestly, I still feel incredibly lucky that I ended up meeting you. Down at the train station in Yunnan, the place was packed and louder than ever. Sheng Fei stepped out of the crowded station and frowned at Zhuang. You are Thi's bodyguard, right? Is it really okay for you to be away from the capital right now? Zhuang waved it off, telling her not to worry about it. It wasn't easy getting 10 full days off from Mingqi, and he was itching to get to the action. Besides, he knew deep down that with Shiju on the job, Thi would be perfectly safe. Sheng Fei's eyes flickered with emotion as she looked down, clearly hiding some deep secret. Yeah, she whispered. My father was there once. I need to see it for myself. Suddenly, a creep named Jing Du and his crew closed in on her with a nasty look. His filthy hand reached out, aiming straight for her body as they tried to corner her in the crowd. Luckily, Zhuang caught it. He snatched the guy's wrist and twisted hard, making the creep howl in pain. Furious that his move was blocked, the thug snarled, What the hell do you think you are doing? You want to die, kid? The idiot actually tried to swing at him, shouting for him to get his hands off. Zhuang just squeezed the guy's wrist even harder until the pain was totally unbearable. The thug collapsed to his knees, squealing like a pig at the slaughterhouse. His goons didn't waste any time, charging in to save their buddy. Let him go right now, they yelled. People passing by just shook their heads, tired of seeing another senseless fight at the station. Locals hurried away to avoid getting caught in the crossfire. But then, out of nowhere, a massive hand snatched one of the lackeys. Wu Ling's grip was so powerful, the guy just stumbled and hit the dirt. In a flash, he pinned the guy to the ground like it was nothing. Another one of the thugs, acting all tough, stepped up and barked, Who the hell are you guys? You looking for trouble? Wu Ling didn't say a word, he just slammed a knee into the guy's gut, making him cough up blood instantly. Before the others could react, he knocked out another thug with a perfect, high-speed, over-the-shoulder throw. Zhuang just watched the whole pathetic show with a look of pure disgust. These guys can't even take one hit, he muttered. Once the trash was cleared, Wu Ling walked over. I've been waiting since you called me, he said. Zhuang nodded. Man, you got here fast. Just toss these losers into the corner. We don't want to ruin the vibe for all the tourists trying to get through the station. Wu Ling pointed toward a beast of a car parked nearby, his voice just dripping with pride. My ride is right over here, he said, and I promise it will not disappoint you one bit. As they walked over, Zhuang handed him a mysterious glass vial filled with a strange liquid. Zhuang's instructions were cryptic, leaving everyone totally baffled. Just soak your clothes in this stuff, he told him. I guarantee you won't have a single problem for at least the next 6 months. Wu Ling gripped the vial like pure gold. Understood, he said, opening the car door respectfully. Please, hop in. The two rugged SUVs finally started moving after what felt like forever. Heaven knows what is going through her head, but she is looking all arrogant and wild. Hours later, the car is still cruising down this one lonely road with 0 people in sight. Thin Phi sat in the back, totally glued to the window because the view was just insane. Vuong Tran took a look too, trying to ignore the excitement bubbling up. It was gorgeous, sure, but behind all that beauty were some seriously deadly vibes. Thin Phi frowned, clearly annoyed, and demanded an answer. Why would you even say something like that? He glanced out the window and broke it down fast. This is the Golden Triangle. It looks like paradise, but it is where the dirtiest business happens. It is incredibly dangerous. Once she realized where they were heading, her face went pale with pure anxiety. The Golden Triangle? Really? Vuong Tran didn't blink at her reaction. He just gave her a reassuring smile. Don't sweat it, I am here. Then he pointed way off into the distance at the opium fields. They hit the training grounds and saw squads working their tails off. Standing on the watchtower, Vu Lang turned to him, his voice dripping with pride. So, what do you think of this setup? Vuong Tran leaned against the railing and kept it cool. It is all right. Is this really the training plan you came up with? He nodded immediately, totally sure of himself. Yeah, but I figured the intensity was already pretty high. I mean, these guys aren't exactly hand-picked special forces or anything. Vuong Tran just shook his head while leaning back. Look, you and I both started as rookies. In the Golden Triangle, only the strongest survive. These new guys look soft. You need to double their training routine right now. He gestured down at the guys grinding away and made a request. Tell me about your Team 5. Mentioning them made Vu Lang beam with pride. I won't brag, but Team 5 is elite. Their fighting spirit is through the roof, and they are incredibly tight. Vuong Tran listened. The guy pointed at the crowd and kept going. Aside from my core crew, the other 200-plus guys are mostly from Myanmar villages. Their homes were wiped out by Sakin's army. Sakin is the biggest drug lord in the Golden Triangle, with over 200 stone-cold killers. They call him the Opium King. Vu Lang's voice turned icy. These guys have a grudge. They will do anything for revenge. That made him curious about his future plans. So, what exactly is the game plan from here? He broke down the psychology of the group. As they walked down the stairs, Vu Lang laid out the strategy. A few more days of training, then we take over some small tribes. We need a solid base first. Now, Vuong Tran could see every face in the yard. He asked the question burning in his mind. Which part of Sakin's crew did the massacre? He answered instantly. A Thai guy named Lina was leading them. He crawled out of the gutter on his own and then joined Sakin. Now he has about 1,000 men under him. Their gear is top-notch. Seeing his friend in a jam, Vuong Tran offered to help. 1,000 men is a lot. If I call in my brothers from the village, how many do you think we need to finish them? Vu Lang didn't want to be a burden. Just give me 10 of your guys. I will wipe them all out. He liked that answer and nodded. Not bad. But honestly, back at Long Lan, one of our guys would be enough to handle those punks. Behind them, Thin Phi's eyes went wide. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. Vuong Tran just stayed chill, completely ignoring her look of total shock. He looked up at the sky. If war is art, then your dad was definitely a world-famous artist. Now it was Vu Lang's turn to be stunned. This girl is actually a descendant of the Long Lan line. It suddenly hit him that he had things to do. Hey, get me a car. I need to head somewhere for a day or two. The guy listened without question. Sure thing. I will get it ready. Vuong Tran turned to Thin Phi and gave her the update. We head out tomorrow. Get some rest for now. She stood quietly by the curtain, watching everyone through the glass. Vuong Tran was impressed by how thoughtful Vu Lang was. You really thought of everything, didn't you? You even grabbed mosquito coils. Being praised like that definitely gave his ego a little boost. You know it. I have to look out for the ladies. If it was just you, I wouldn't have even bothered giving you a pillow to sleep on. From the driver's seat, Wang Tran checked in on her. We are almost there. You scared? Thin Phi was honest. Yeah, I am a little nervous. The road was getting seriously bumpy and rough, making him comment on the ride. I have never seen roads this bad before. Wang Tran knew this trip was going to be a struggle, but he still teased her. This is just the start. A daughter of the Thin family shouldn't be scared of a few bumps, right? Wang Tran seemed to be getting lost in old memories. Back in the day, when I would go out with him, he was always the one driving while I sat shotgun. He was so focused, I would try to talk, but he wouldn't even react. Later, he told me he had a responsibility to the brothers, he couldn't mess around. Later on, he would let me drive while he took the passenger seat. He would talk about you the whole time. He told me everything. His voice got emotional. Looking back, I feel like I actually watched you grow up myself. Hearing this, Thin Phi's eyes softened with love. So my dad was actually thinking about me that much. He noticed she was wiped out and spoke up. Obviously. Why don't you sleep for a bit? We are still a long way from the battlefield. 10 long hours later, the car finally stopped. Thin Phi woke up right then. Are we here? Is it that small mountain over there? Wang Tran hopped out and answered calmly. Yeah, that is the one. Use this spot as the center. Everything within 10 kilometers is the place. This was the final battlefield for Long Lan. Come on. I will lead you up the mountain, he warned her as they walked. You stay close to me. There are mines everywhere. Be extremely careful. When they hit a specific tree, Wang Tran pointed it out like an excited kid bragging about a win. Look at this tree, I remember. But that feeling faded fast. A deep sense of loss took over instead. Our guys were elite fighters, but at the end of the day, we are only human. One time, the enemy just unloaded everything they had. We lost half the squad in that fight. Suddenly, he pointed another way. Thin Phi, look over there. That is exactly where Thin and I got surrounded by the enemy. Thinking of her family made her voice tremble. My dad, he died right here, didn't he? He was just as heartbroken as she was. Yeah. I was completely drained back then. By the time I realized we were in trouble, it was too late. I was the one supposed to get hit, but Thin pulled me behind him out of nowhere. He took a bullet right then. Since they were standing right where he fell, Wang Tran suggested they move. Come on, I will take you to his grave. The pain of losing a brother never really goes away. After I killed that guy, I carried his body for days, but the situation was tough. He looked at the sky, trying to hold back the tears. The spot is still a ways off. Let us drive the rest of the way there. By now, Thin Phi couldn't hold it together anymore. She grabbed onto him and started sobbing like a little kid. Having been through it himself, he understood her pain and gently tried to comfort her. Just let it all out and cry. Eventually, he stopped in front of a massive old tree he had marked before. This is it. I even carved the letter S right here so I wouldn't lose the spot. Thin Phi's emotional walls finally crumbled into pieces. He spoke up solemnly. Brother Thin, I brought her to see you today. That little girl you always talked about? She's a grown woman now. What do you think? You happy to see her? Dropping his gear, Wang Tran sets Balu on the dirt and pulls out 2 bottles of liquor he prepped. I still remember how much you loved to drink, even if you could barely hold it. Every time you snuck 2 glasses, the captain caught you immediately. He takes a massive swig, draining the bottle to wash away the heavy feelings weighing on his chest. Next, Wang Tran pours the second bottle onto the ground as an offering to his fallen brother. Ceremony over, he grabs Thin Phi's shoulder, reminding the grieving girl that crying isn't enough. Go on, say something to your dad. Hearing that, she chokes back her tears and tries to find her voice. Dad, you were a great comrade and a top-tier soldier, but a pretty trash father. I do not hate you, though. Comrade Thin, you were a man with real ideals. Standing right there, watching it all unfold, even he starts feeling the weight of her heavy heartbreak. In that exact second, a sniper rifle from the distance locks onto his head. Having watched their every move, Ketty cannot help but feel a little impressed. A man with a backstory like this, honestly, I kind of hate to pull the trigger on him. She looks back through the scope only to realize Wang Tran already spotted her. Ketty is legit shocked by his insane reflexes. Did he really see me? Panic sets in as she quickly packs her gear and tries to vanish from the scene before he closes in. She bolts deep into the forest without a second thought. After the reunion, the two of them hop back into the truck for the next leg. Behind the wheel, Wang Tran cannot focus on the road. He keeps wondering, if they wanted me dead, why hesitate? Why just tail me like a ghost? Over by the wheel, he hears the news. Our squad is 50 kilometers from their camp. They just looted a poppy field and they are loaded with a massive harvest. They are currently on their way back to base right now. He smiles at the intel. Perfect. Lead your men. We are using the wind to break their backs tonight. His partner agrees instantly, heading off to hype the troops and prep gear. Thin Phi hesitates, wondering what her job is. What about me? I want in on this. Wang Zheng expects a total bloodbath with low survival odds, so he shuts that idea down immediately. No way, you are staying put. There is a cellar under the bed, just hide there and stay quiet. A moment later, the squad assembles, standing in perfect lines and waiting for the final word to move out. Thanks to his years in the trenches, he gears up to the teeth, making sure every piece of equipment is perfect. Vu Lang looks at the mountain of weapons and feels a bit uneasy. Wang Zheng shakes his head, annoyed by the attitude. Do not underestimate them. We are not waiting for dark. We ambush the road they have to take and end it there. Soon, a convoy appears, winding through the dangerous mountain terrain. Wang Zheng lies flat on a cliff, waiting for the prey to walk right into his trap. Once the targets are in the kill zone, he signals the hit. Vu Lang barks orders to the team. When the first shot rings out and the lead truck blows, start throwing everything. A few unlucky trucks catch some heavy lead and erupt into massive fireballs. The shockwave hits hard. Fan Vu realizes they are being hunted and starts screaming into his radio like a total madman. We are under attack. There are not many of them. Defend the perimeter and get those rear trucks to turn around now. Vu Lang just screams back, hit them. Right after his shout, a literal rain of grenades falls from the cliffs. Trucks in the convoy blow up one by one in a chain reaction of fire and metal. Hidden in a corner, someone has a crosshair locked right on his head like a reaper. Ketty uses her pro scope to track his every move. Look at him go. His movement is purely professional. This guy is a total master, making it impossible to get a clean shot. This trip to China is getting interesting. Meanwhile, the fight ends fast as the criminals surrender in droves to Vu Lang's elite squad of stone-cold killers. Seeing the vibe shift, Fan Vu tries to bolt for the door. Before he can even take a step, he gets pinned. He collapses in the dirt, a brutal warning to the cowards kneeling around him. Vu Lang exhales a heavy breath and roars out, "Avenge our families, kill them all." And just like that, the bloody payback ends under a deep crimson sunset. With the job finished, Wang Zheng gives the next set of orders. Get some men to scrub the battlefield, then raid the headquarters. Take everything. Do not leave a single scrap for anyone. Without waiting for an answer, he spins around like he is in a massive rush. Go home now. Keep an eye on Thin Phi. After finishing up, Wang Zheng vanishes into the woods. He finds a massive tree to perch in, holding his breath as he tells himself he has to find out who is stalking him. As night falls, the forest air gets heavy and deathly quiet. It is creepy as hell. Suddenly, a scope glints through the thick leaves. A silenced barrel spits lead, but the tiny sound still echoes in the weird silence of the woods. The mystery shooter fires a volley of darts. Wang Zheng watches through his glass, impressed. No hits, but this person has some serious skills. With perfect aim, he fires 3 rounds, knocking every single dart out of the air before they can even get close. The urge to solve this mystery pushes him to move. He hunts for the hidden shooter, determined to unmask them. He does not have to wait long. Ketty steps out from the shadows right in front of him. He is dying to know who she is. Who are you? You have been tailing me for days now. She stays quiet, pulling off her gloves to get ready for action. Only a high-level master from the Shadow Military Academy could hold their own like this. You are definitely a legend overseas. Wang Zheng catches her drift and tosses his rifle to the dirt. Think what you want, but those gloves are unique. I saw old Mars wearing a pair just like those once. She is floored when he drops that name. Mars? You mean the headmaster? You actually went toe-to-toe with the headmaster himself? He explains that the man was the founder of the Shadow Academy. Wang Zheng just shrugs and admits it. Yeah, I could not beat him. Even though he is old, his speed is still insane. Ketty shakes her head, not buying it. According to the records, almost nobody survives a fight with him. Only 2 people ever made it out. Antonio Genitelli, the father of the Ideal Nation, and Eric Lai from the Atlantic Union. He just smirks at her serious face and jokes around. Look, I said I could not beat him. I never said I could not run away. Seizing the moment, Ketty suggests a duel. Since I finally met a master like you, I have to see what you are made of. She takes a flying leap, launching herself high. Then, Ketty dives straight at Wang Zheng with everything she's got. He struggles to block the sudden, heavy blitz. His face shows total shock. Is this girl really this strong? Ketty throws a lethal kick, but he manages to slip away just in time. He immediately jams his hands into her shoulders, trying to kill her momentum and sap her power. She backs off. Wang Zheng nods, admitting she is the real deal. Not bad. You want me to feel that power one more time. His taunt works. She charges back in instantly. Fine, let us see you try. He watches her move like a blur and realizes she is definitely old Mars's prized student. Her speed is incredible. She does not hold back at all, unloading a rapid-fire combo of punches right at his face. Realizing this could drag on and drain his tank, Wang Zheng throws a decisive counter-move. Ketty uses the momentum to backflip away, creating some distance to avoid his next strike. He rubs his arm and plays it humble, just lucky. I just happened to catch the rhythm of your style, that is all. She is not looking for a fight, so she drops a warning. She is with the Shadow Squad, and he had better not mess with their business here in China. He drops the nice guy, act faster than a bad habit. Fine, I will keep that in mind, he says coldly. But you better not cause any trouble in China, or I will personally make sure you regret it. She just brushes him off, tossing her hair with a smirk like she is actually looking forward to it. If that day ever comes, it will be a real showdown. Honestly, I really hope it does not end with one of us in a grave. He is totally fed up with her attitude and points right at her. Listen, you and your people need to back off, especially while you are on my turf. She just throws her hands up like she is totally innocent. So what? It was the principal's call. You cannot stop him all by yourself, hero. He is genuinely confused why she is just leaking all this internal info. Wait, aren't you worried I will just go tell the Atlantic Union or the Kingdom? She just laughs at how naive he is being. Listen, if I am comfortable telling you this, it is because I am not scared of you talking. He does not even care. He just leans down to grab the gun he dropped earlier. I know you were holding back today. Next time, let's actually go all out and see what you have got. After he speaks, Ketty just blows him a playful kiss and walks away. Meanwhile, he is left thinking that the Shadow Squad is going to be one massive headache. The next morning at the base, Wu Lang sees him walk in and asks, "Did someone actually manage to push you that hard out in the Golden Triangle?" He drops the gun on the table and plays it cool. The world is full of heavy hitters. Man, you will see. Anyway, how is Sheng Fei doing? Wu Lang stops asking questions. She is fine, just waiting in her room. He starts packing up his gear and says he needs to change. Wu Lang is totally lost. What is the rush? He smiles and says there is a lot of business to handle in the capital. Keep an eye on the resources while I am gone. Do not waste anything. But deep down, he is actually thinking about the big birthday bash for Elder 2. Wu Lang does not push it. Got it. I will have a car ready for you tomorrow. Sheng Fei walks out of the room looking super worried because he is still in his uniform. Why are you still dressed like that? He walks over to comfort her. Relax, I just had a little scuffle. Not a single scratch on me. Nobody on this planet can touch me, he brags. Back in the capital, he is busy praising Secretary Chuang for closing that 1,000 square meter land deal on the North 4th Ring Road. Thi totally agrees. And the best part? He only asked us to pay 80% of the original market price. If we can bring 2 universities into the area, he will. He is shocked by the news. Universities? Does he really think we are running out of talent that fast? Thi just nods. Yeah, it is true. She sees he is still a bit confused, so she starts breaking it down even further. Look, this district is easily top 3 in the entire country, but they do not have a single technical school. The demand for talent is huge. He is actually very impressed. That is a great move. We have plenty of university partners. Send someone to negotiate with them immediately. Thi praises his eye for people. Yeah, and that Lu Huyen commercial brought in a ton of cash for the appliance division. You really have a great eye for talent, you know that? He stretches out, feeling tired but confident. Tell me something I do not know. You handle the rest of this for now. I have got things to do. We will talk later. At the fancy New Moon Hotel. Note, Tufuk Hoa is a legendary founding father and a high-ranking veteran leader. It is his 85th birthday, and the party is huge. He and Min Kai walk in together. Let's head inside, he says. Over at the front, Thian Yan is busy greeting all the guests with a big fake smile. Min Kai, Wang Zheng, glad you could make it. It is a madhouse in here today. Min Kai gives him a polite, professional smile. I have been meaning to come visit Elder 2 for a while now. Actually, I have just been swamped lately, she adds. He just nods back politely. Grandpa mentions you all the time. Come on, head on in. Then, Thian Yan looks at the guy next to her. In his head, he is already imagining this dude acting like some big shot. He holds out his hand to show some goodwill. Why are you so surprised? It is time we officially met. I am Wang Zheng. He snaps out of it and shakes hands. I am, to Thian Min. Please, you two, head on inside and enjoy the party. Inside, Tufuk Hoa is dressed up and waiting. A group of guys walk up and bow respectfully. Commander, it is an honor to be here for your birthday. We wish you the best. He is feeling generous today. You guys haven't visited me in forever. But now that you are all here, you better be ready to have a few drinks with me. No excuses. Suddenly, No Known shouts out like she just recognized someone. She ignores all the formal rules and runs over to him. Grandpa, this is my friend, Wang Zheng. I told you about him. He is the one who dealt with that thug on the train. He bows respectfully and gives a formal greeting. Tufuk Hoa is very impressed. Well said, young man. Very well said. But where no one is looking, his face is full of pure rage. The Dragon Squad was destroyed, and so many brothers died. Living in exile overseas is all because of this old man. I am only 3 meters away from him right now. I could easily take him out with a single shot if I wanted to. Min Ki feels the tension and gently holds his hand to calm him down. He realizes it, but his mind is still racing with dark thoughts. If I do this, what happens to Sheng Fei or Min Ki? Thai would get dragged into this too. I cannot let my revenge blind me. I have to rebuild the dragon squad. Then, Min Kai politely asks, Elder 2, I am Min Kai. Do you still remember me from before? He smiles and gives her a compliment. Min Kai, of course I remember. Tianyan talks about you all the time. You have grown into such a beautiful young woman. Wang Kuang is standing nearby and gets curious. Wang Zheng, looking at your posture, were you in the military? He does not deny it. Yeah, I served for 4 years, but I am out now. The guy starts flattering him. Good for you. Rank doesn't matter. Anyone who serves is a good man. Suddenly, Han Bao Kwok walks out from the crowd smiling. Exactly. I like this kid too. Seeing his old buddy, Fuke Hoa immediately stands up to help the guy walk over. Brother Han, what took you so long? Han just smiles warmly. I had to come for an old comrade's birthday, didn't I? Plus, I have a little surprise for you this time. He looks genuinely shocked and curious. Oh, what is it? He does not make him wait. Han points right at Wang Zheng. It is this young man right here. I have been looking for him. He is much more mature and grounded than most kids these days. Just then, Beijiang walks over to help him. Uncle Han, let's stop talking for a second. We are running out of time. We should head in and start the party. Fuko and Han walk in together. Brother Han, let us old-timers sit at one table together. Let the kids sit on their own so we can talk about the old days. It has been a while. You better have a few drinks with me today. Han just laughs and politely declines. My old body cannot handle the alcohol. Fukoa acts all surprised. What, Brother Han? Han just smiles calmly. Come on, two. We are old friends. I cannot cheat on you. Suddenly, someone at the table cuts in. Han, man, we're all old war buddies here. Bringing a rookie to this table, is that really appropriate? The other guy shakes it off. Nah, it's cool. We need some young blood. Besides, I want to see who Han's betting on. Everyone laughs and agrees. All right, Han, have it your way. Bao Kwok waves him over. Thea Nian stands up to meet him. Tho Tuk points at the VIP table and says, My old man wants you over there. Vuong Tran freezes. Me? At that table? He's thinking, do I even belong there? He looks at Chu Nam and Tu Dang, trying to read the room. Is this his real clout? The room starts buzzing. People are whispering, who's the new kid? Never seen him. Sitting with Tu Thien Yen? He must be a heavy hitter. Maybe some rich heir? But even a trust fund kid shouldn't be at that table. What kind of rank do you even need for a seat like that? Tho Tuk just brushes it off. Look, don't overthink it, just follow me. Vuong Tran squares his shoulders and walks up to Fuke Hoa. Bao Kwok smiles. Vuong Tran, take a seat next to me. As soon as he sits, the old guys at the table start sizing him up. Vuong Tran is already annoyed. Great, a bunch of old fossils staring me down like I'm a specimen. Once he's settled, the host starts the intros. Brother 2, no special favors here. Vuong Tran isn't my student. Just think of us as brothers from different generations. Vuong Tran is blindsided. What's this old man's game? We've met once and barely traded 2 sentences. Brothers? Really? After the intro, the guy next to him sneers. Brothers? Huh. If you're hanging out with Han, I guess birds of a feather really do flock together. Fuck Hoa stops staring and plays nice. Han, I'm not starting anything, but this Wong kid must be special if you're hyping him up. Why don't you tell us what he's actually done? That's all he needed. He starts bragging. Vuong Tran is a top-tier soldier. It's honestly a damn shame. He's not on my squad. If he were in the capital, he'd be a captain by now. Such a waste. Tukai just scoffs. Han, please. The kid is barely 20. Captain, give me a break. I heard he's just your dog walker. You only like him because he cleans up after your pup. Bao Kwok goes cold. 2. Watch your mouth. Keep talking like that and you'll regret it. Fukoa sees the sparks flying and tries to kill the tension. Han, 2, let's just. Suddenly, the sound of heavy boots hits the floor. A group of armed guys storms in. The leader doesn't even say hello. He just barks, which one of you is Vuong Tran? Vuong Tran doesn't blink. That's me. They move in fast. Grab him. Tho Tuk has had enough. He slams the table. I'm Han Tho Tuk, commander of the capital district. Who gave you the right to act like thugs here? The guys don't even flinch. They sound like complete jerks. The capital commander doesn't have a say in what the Jiangnan garrison does. Back off. Even if it's Han Tho Tuk, he can't stop me from making this arrest. Suddenly, Fong Hak appears from the shadows. If he can't stop you, what about me? Fong Hak scans the leader. His voice is calm but deadly. Colonel, you're with the Jiangnan garrison, right? Min Hoang turns pale and snaps to attention. Sir. Yes, sir. Every word is slow and heavy. Listen carefully, Colonel. If I decide to protect the man you're trying to arrest, do you think you can stop me? The guy is sweating now. Sir, our commander personally ordered this arrest. I can't just ignore his orders even for you. That's the wrong answer. The old man isn't happy. Fine. Wang Tuong, call Q Kok Vo. Tell him he has 3 hours to get to the capital and see me. Tell him if he's late, I'm stripping him of his rank. Min Hoang gulps. Who is this guy? Wang Tuong makes the call instantly and hands the phone over. He's on the line. Sir. The colonel grabs the phone, sounding desperate. Reporting. Commander. I'm trying to make the arrest, but we've hit a major snag. A voice screams through the speaker. Snag? What snag? Get your butt back here right now. Move it. The colonel hangs up and shouts, Fallout. We're leaving. Min Hong retreats, feeling like a total loser. I get chewed out for following his orders? If someone more powerful shows up, I'm just the human shield? He sounds pretty bitter, but the old man actually turns surprisingly kind. If I was dead, why would I tell you to come back? Fuck Hoa looks at the newcomer in shock. Wang Fong Hak, what wind blew you in here? The old man gives a polite nod. Brother too, long time. No matter what, you're having a few drinks with me tonight. The host is ecstatic. Of course. If I knew you were coming out of retirement, I would have thrown an even bigger party. The staff starts gossiping. Wang Fong Hak, why does that name ring a bell? I've heard it somewhere. Someone else whispers, wait, Wang Fong Hak? The guy who basically founded the special forces? Fong Hak doesn't care about the fame. He claps Fuck Hoa on the shoulder. Brother too, forget the long years apart for a second. When exactly are you planning to pay back what you owe me? Tu Kai stands up, fuming. Wang Fong Hak, what's your deal? You crash a birthday party with soldiers and then act like a jerk? Wang Tran has seen enough. Tu Kai's attitude is the final straw. Hey, I'm warning you, don't you dare talk to the old man like that. He grabs Tu Kai by the collar. The guards freak out and aim their guns. Wang Tran just sneers. I'm faster than your bullets. You want to bet your life on it? The guy is shaking, trying to pull away. You, what do you think you're doing? Let me go, right now. Wang Tran doesn't budge. Apologize. Now. I hate old guys who act like they're untouchable. You've got the age, but zero wisdom. Did a dog eat your brain or what? Fuke Hoa sees the situation spiraling. Kid, take it easy. Don't do anything stupid. Wang Tran just looks at him. What? You want to apologize for him? Thien Min jumps in, pointing a finger. You think you're tough. Let him go and fight me like a man. Fong Hak finally speaks up to cool things down. All right, kid, let him go. We've known each other for 10 years. You're being a little rude, don't you think? Finally, the kid lets go, shoving Tu Kai to the ground. Consider yourself lucky. Next time, I'll shut your mouth for good. But since you won't apologize, I'll take my own payment. He lands a blow that sends the guy flying into Thien Min. Wang Tran stands tall, looking down at them. The guards are on edge. Don't move or we shoot. Fuke Hoa's smile is gone. Wang Fong Hak, you've ruined my birthday. You can leave, but the kid stays here. Fong Hak takes his sweet time, acting all cool and collected. Old head, you remember? Back when we built that special forces squad, we set up an emergency backup plan. He nods back instantly. Yeah, I remember every single detail. Fong Hak's voice stays steady. You definitely remember, because the other guy had zero clue about this emergency protocol whenever things hit the fan. China's top-tier special forces can take full command. He still doesn't get it, but there aren't any elite soldiers here right now. Feng Hoa looks calm on the outside, but his heart is racing like crazy. Sure, those elite units were legendary back then, but they've basically vanished into thin air. What kind of game is this old man playing at? Fong Hak finally has someone bring out a uniform, going all in with his cards. The soldier's jaws hit the floor. Longlin? That's the legendary Longlin uniform. Feng Hoa keeps a straight face, but he's panicking inside. He thought he'd use this big name to wipe them out completely, but he didn't expect a survivor to pop up right in front of him. Looks like this Wang Trang guy is a serious problem. Wang Trang walks up to the uniform, feeling a wave of nostalgia. He can't believe that even though Longlin was destroyed, the old man kept his gear all this time. His hand moves on its own as Wang Trang turns to him, looking sharp and determined. Initiate the emergency protocol. China's top special ops unit is taking command of every soldier on this site. Bao Kwok, who'd been quiet, finally speaks up. Old man, stop capping. This situation is exactly what the emergency protocol was made for. Feng Hoa sees he's losing and finally surrenders. Put the guns down. Fong Hak doesn't want to hang around. He walks out with total confidence. We're leaving. He grabs Min Kai's hand and leads the way out. Inside the car, Wang Tuong can't hide how hyped he is about the kid. I've heard the chief talk about you being the youngest major in the Republic for a long time. Meeting you today is a real honor. The chief said to keep the uniform. In 6 months, wait for the call to report for duty. Wang Trang is totally stunned. 6 months? Report in? Fong Hak has a little smirk in his eyes and sounds genuinely caring. Kid, you've done a hell of a job these past few years. I'm giving you 6 months. Go out there and do your thing. He clenches his fist, letting go of all the frustration he's been holding back. Old man, I know these years were harder on you than me. We lost so much, now it's time to take it back. Oh yeah, old man, I need a favor. Help me save someone. He'd already looked into it, knowing exactly what was bothering him. You mean the Thuong Quan house manager, right? He's already awake. You're surprised again. Huh, think I cured him? He quickly flips open the laptop. Turns out, Thuong Quan Jia Chin was hit with a specific poison. Fong Hak's eyes are glued to the screen as he keeps talking. This stuff is a new neurotoxin mix. It took me a ton of tries to find an antidote, but I'm not sure if there will be any permanent side effects later. Over at the hospital, sunlight peeks through the tiny windows. Thi rubs her eyes, unable to believe what she's seeing. Her voice is shaking with emotion. Dad, you're finally awake. Jia Chin looks at his daughter and sadly pats her head. Thi, you've had such a rough time lately. She doesn't want him feeling guilty and quickly replies, It wasn't hard. Just having you back is all that matters. Suddenly, Tay Quiet's voice comes from the door, stopping someone. Hey, you can't go in there. Hearing the noise, she opens the door and sees Van Tu. She greets him warmly. Big brother, you're here. Come on in. This is my older brother, Thuong Quan Van Tu. He's family, she adds softly. Exactly. As soon as I heard Uncle 3 was awake, I rushed over. Seeing a visitor, Jia Chin greets him politely. Well, Van Tu, have a seat. He sits by the bed and opens a food container. He looks really concerned. Uncle, it's great you're awake. I had someone kill a chicken to make soup. You've been at the farm too long. Drink up, Uncle. Get your strength back. He takes the warm bowl of soup and can't help but sigh. Smells amazing. I haven't had a real meal in forever. My stomach is actually growling. Van Tu doesn't forget why he came. He turns to his sister to check on the situation. Thi, have you found out who was behind this yet? She just looks helpless. Not yet. The enemy is super slick and didn't leave a single trace. Hearing that, he just tries to encourage her. Don't worry, we'll find them. Jia Chin takes the chance to ask for a favor. Van Tu, I'm going to be resting for a while. Can you stick around and help Thi out? He looks awkward and finds an excuse. Uncle, you know what I'm into. Just then, the door handle turns. Thi sees Wang Trang walk in and can't hide her joy. Wang Trang, you're back. She quickly introduces him to Jia Chin. Dad, this is Wang Trang. He's the bodyguard Dad hired for me, though you've never actually met him until now. He doesn't show off, just turns to take quiet. Your mission is over. You've worked hard lately. Go get some rest. He listens immediately. Yes, boss. Jia Chin looks the newcomer over and then drops a compliment. You're pretty impressive, kid. He doesn't hide his thoughts either. My gut tells me we've definitely met somewhere before. Your eyes just feel really familiar to me. He doesn't look surprised at all and wants to talk privately. Thi, go ahead and step out. I need to have a word with Wang Trang. She understands and leaves them alone. Now that it's just the two of them, he drops the act. Have a seat, Eastern Evil King. Hearing that name come out of Jia Chin's mouth makes Wang Trang freeze. How do you know that name? His reaction was exactly what Jia Chin expected. No need to look at me like that. The name Eastern Evil King isn't exactly a secret. I'm a businessman, so I deal with both the light and the dark. He doesn't beat around the bush and gets straight to it. No more games. Tell me, where exactly have you seen me before? After hearing the details, he looks at him kindly. Looks like Master didn't pick the wrong guy after all. Seriously. You could say I'm basically your senior brother. Master and I watched every mission you ever went on. So, your intuition was spot on. Wang Trang is shocked. What? You're my senior brother? He's confused. Thuong Quan Jia Chin is the old man's student, but I thought I was his only disciple. He never mentioned anything about me having a senior brother before. Jia Chin sees his confusion and explains, Master is my teacher, but I'm only considered a half-disciple since he never officially recognized me as one of his students. His voice stays steady. Master put a lot of work into building Kudung. Before you became the Eastern Evil King and did missions in Europe and America, we set everything up for you. Try to remember. Hearing all this, he suddenly starts laughing out loud. This reaction confuses Jia Chin. I thought I was just some lonely guy in the capital, but now I've got this massive mountain backing me up. I can basically flex on anyone now. He keeps asking, So you've been watching my every move all these years? He doesn't hide it. Ever since you got to the capital, everything you've done has been under our watch. Honestly, you've done even better than we imagined. You actually went way beyond what we ever expected of you. He speaks while setting his water glass on the table. Right now, things in the capital are getting messy. Besides us, plenty of others want a piece of the pie. That's why I was poisoned. You went dead silent after that. Look, the old man worked his tail off just to pull you back from the brink. Honestly, the way things are looking right now, it is definitely not in our favor. After thinking it over, I have got a hunch. Do you think anyone actually knows we are working together like this? I do not know. Man, something about this whole setup just feels totally off to me lately. Relax, okay? My connection with the master is completely off the grid. Nobody knows I am even messing with the military system. Plus, this hospital room is basically a fortress. It is totally secure, and nobody is breaking in here. You can stop worrying now. I am done talking. I am ready to get moving and stop overthinking everything. So, what is my next move? He did not waste any time either. Do me a favor and head over to Ninha. The streets were packed with buildings covered in Lu Huan advertisements. Inside the restaurant, she had clearly been waiting. When he finally showed up, she snapped, "You are 15 minutes late. What is the matter? Mr. Big Shot VP too busy for me." He glanced at the menu and played it cool. "Of course I am busy. I am a high-level vice president, after all. I actually had to turn down a few other offers just to grab dinner with you. The prices were insane, hundreds of dollars for a meal. Wow, this place is not cheap." She just rolled her eyes at him. "Give it a rest. You are just a security guard. Stop pretending to be some wealthy executive. Besides, you gave me the chance to make $2 million as a brand ambassador. Buying you a nice dinner is the least I can do to say thanks." Then she remembered something and leaned in close. "Oh, right. That guy Chiu Gang wants me to star in his new movie. What do you think? I really want to hear your take on it." The name sounded familiar, but he wanted to be sure. "Wait, you mean that famous director Chiu Gang?" When she nodded, he just shrugged like it was no big deal. "I do not have an opinion. It is your life. You decide." Suddenly, this guy Luan Bo appeared out of nowhere and approached her table. "Excuse me, are you Miss Lu Haiyan?" She did not hesitate and replied right away. "Yes, I am. Is there something I can help you with?" He took the bait and introduced himself. "My name is Li Luan Bo. I am the executive secretary for the president of Yangquang Media. My boss is actually having dinner with some clients in this same restaurant. He saw you here and wanted to invite you over. Everyone knows Yangquang Media is one of the top 3 agencies in China. Their owner is a legend in the business." Even though it was a huge invitation, she did not care at all. "Thanks for the offer, but I am going to have to pass." We were actually just about to head out, but the guy would not take no for an answer. He tried to use the company fame to pressure her. "Miss Lu Haiyan, you should know that Yangquang Media is the biggest name in the entire entertainment industry. This is a massive opportunity for your career." That is when he finally spoke up with a smirk. "Oh, so you are the biggest media company in the country? I wonder how you guys stack up against a giant like the Tong Group." Luan Bo dodged the question and kept pressuring her. "Look, every company has its own niche. It is not the same. For a newcomer like you, Lu Huyen, things are a little bit different. Your best bet is signing with us. Our professional team will polish your image and turn you into a superstar in no time. Just trust the process." While that was happening, Yoshiro was watching everything from a room nearby. He was staring at her like a creep, thinking about how hot she was. "I am definitely going to get that girl to have a few drinks with me tonight." Lei Vu was right there, kissing up to him. "Of course, Mr. Yoshiro. I have already sent my guy to handle it. Just relax and do not worry about a thing." He acted friendly, but he was cursing the guy out in his head. "If my company was not trying to break into the Japanese market, there is no way a beautiful girl like her would ever end up with a creep like you." When Luan Bo realized sweet talk was not working, he turned to threats. "If you keep being stubborn, Mr. Tan won't be very nice to people who disrespect him." Suddenly, he cut him off. "Hang on a second." After a moment, he said coldly, "Fine, go with him. I just need to make one quick phone call first." As soon as someone picked up, he started barking orders. "Hey, Tong Min-san, I am at the restaurant. You have 15 minutes. After hanging up, he walked over calmly. "Secretary Li, let us go." But hearing that name made the guy hesitate. "Wait, did he just say Tong Min-san as in the head of Tong Media? Let me go tell Mr. Tan about this first." Lei Vu heard the report and laughed it off. "Do not believe his lies. He is just talking big. Go back and invite her again. Tell her the head of that Japanese media firm is here too." Surprisingly, that caught his attention. "A Japanese guy? Fine, let us go. I want to see what these idiots are up to." He left her standing there confused. He suddenly lunged forward and grabbed the guy's hand. "I have heard so much about your reputation, Mr. Tan. I am Wang Tran. I hope we can work together more in the future." The guy tried to massage his hand, which was throbbing in pain. This kid really does not know his place, he thought to himself, feeling annoyed. Lei Vu did not have time for him and turned back to her. Miss Lu Huyan, let me introduce you. This is Mr. Sakata Yoshiro, a very big deal in the Japanese entertainment scene. He did not waste any time and got straight to the point. I do not care who this guy is or what he does. Why did you and Mr. Sakata invite me and my girlfriend over here anyway? Hearing him say the word girlfriend made her face turn bright red immediately. Both of them were shocked. Girlfriend? But that only made Yoshiro even more excited. This is getting interesting. Tell your girlfriend to have a drink with me. It will be fun. I will pay $10,000 a glass. How does that sound? He did not stop there. $20,000. $20,000 for just one shot. That is the same rate as a world-class superstar. He could not hold back anymore. He grabbed a bottle of wine off the table and started cursing. You piece of trash. I will give you $20,000 if you stop barking like a dog. Inga Huang was watching the whole thing on a screen and sighed. If this guy did not show up, the capital would be so quiet. It would be boring as hell without all this drama. Suddenly, a voice came from behind. Young man, you do not need to get into deep water because you are already drowning. A group of bodyguards surrounded him, clearly trying to use their numbers to intimidate him. Lei Vu kept sucking up to him. Mr. Sakata, do not let this brat get to you. He is just a clueless kid who does not know any better. Don't get your hands dirty because of him. On the outside, he was acting polite, but inside, he was fuming. Suddenly, the door behind her creaked open. A voice echoed into the room. Seriously, who are you calling clueless? I want to see who is acting up in here. Min San walked in and looked around to see what was going on. What is the deal here? As soon as he saw the new guy, he switched his focus and rushed over to greet him. What brings the great Mr. Tong here? Min San acted like he did not know what was happening. Oh, you are here too. What is going on today? He finally spoke up. You are 3 minutes late. I expected better timing from you. He looked a bit worried and tried to calm him down. Mr. Wang, I came as soon as I got your call. I even blew through a few red lights to get here. Please do not be mad. Yoshiro was still sitting there eating calmly. He barely looked up. I did not expect to see you here, Mr. Tong, but he did not let him finish and cut him off. This jerk wants her to drink with him. $20,000 a glass. You really think I would not be pissed off about that? Min San went quiet, weighing his options. This guy was basically using him to do his dirty work. He had to be careful. He realized he was being tested. If he did not handle this right, his future was going to be a nightmare. He turned and bowed to a very confused Yoshiro. Mr. Sakata, I am so sorry about this, but I have to do it. Without hesitating, he swung his hand and slapped him right across the face. The stinging pain made him scream out. He rolled around on the floor in agony. The bodyguards saw their boss get hit and immediately moved in. Damn it! Backed into a corner, he yelled out, "Help me!" Without letting the man get another word out, Wang Zheng yanked both bodyguards backward. Before they could even blink, he unleashed a strike that sent them both flying several meters away. The old man just barely escaped and could only sigh in relief, shocked by the kid's raw power. After that dominant display, Wang Zheng turned to the rest of the crew and barked an order. If you two do not want to end up like them, then beat this Zozero Sakata until he is a total cripple. The two bodyguards just stood there for a few seconds, completely frozen and unsure how to react. After a long moment, one guard charged in anyway, way overestimating his own skills. Wang Zheng moved like a ghost, dodging the attack with a simple tilt. He saw his opening and slammed a killing blow into the guy's spine, making him scream. With one guy down, Wang Zheng turned his gaze toward Junichi. Probably terrified by what he just saw, the guy actually came clean and admitted he was no match. Wang Zheng just waited for that moment to give his command.